Hey guys!
As hot as I am.
This is the disembodied voice of the team coming through loud and clear. We are doing camera setup right now, and we'll just be hanging out for a minute or two. But while I set up cameras in the side show, you all can hang out and talk and, you know, chat. Rumble Roar is here helping me set up cameras as well.
Exclamation point, Temmer!
Oh no. I hear him echoing throughout everyone's things.
Well, wear better headphones.
Good lord, you killed the team, Rumble. You killed the team.
Here.
Did
Just
I
bring
kill
him
the
into the
team,
Saturday team.
or did I succeed in clearing the floor?
He has another
You
game.
did both.
Hey,
You
John,
did both.
we could all have multiple games.
We had several alternate timelines planned out where everyone murdered everyone. I was just lucky enough that mine came up.
Well, when
Also,
you kill everyone
spoilers.
else, you get all the loot.
To be fair, I didn't kill everyone. I ran away and let the monsters kill everyone.
Yes.
Oh, Julia's in the lounge.
Oh, shit.
Hopefully she works.
Hopefully. Alright, Nick, thanks for dropping by! Fuck off!
Well, don't you need someone for Yanni?
No, well, yeah, but also, I don't want to take away Nick's Discord all night, so I'll just set the cameras for 5 people today, and then next week, or whenever we get a replacement for Yanni, we will, you know, do 6 camera setup. So, Nick, Rumble
The fuck
Roar,
off?
you can.
Okay.
Thank you. You did great last night. I love you. Take care. Bye.
Love you, John. Sorry I killed your character.
Get
Bye.
out. It's not mine. Leave.
She's lives!
Julia, hey.
Hey, I'm back. Well, I was never here. I'm here.
Welcome back.
Alright, John, time to pedal Nike.
No. They still can't
What?
see us. It's fine. Who are we missing?
You know what you got to do is.
And why did I wear this shirt, John? I thought we were getting a sponsorship deal. I thought I was finally getting a cut.
See, everyone's just like staring at the stream starting in 000, so they don't even like understand your physical
They don't need to
comedy
understand a damn thing.
Here.
This is just me yelling at the DM like I always do.
Damn. At least it's
Now,
not
you don't want to
drunken
push
this time.
sponsorships that don't actually exist, because then you're giving away free stuff that nobody's going to want to pay for. What you do is you pretend you have a sponsorship to some fictional item, and then when the Google hits for that thing go up, people will be like, "Oh yeah, we should get a sponsorship on there."
I see. Any other economic advice you want to give us while you're there?
Well, on the
Alright, so they were
classic
peddling
Keynesian
Beacon?
versus.
Alright, flipping horizontally. I should probably do a shout out in Discord. Oh, my phone just went off telling me that I am in fact streaming live from my house. Thanks, phone.
Glad your phone is keeping track of things for you.
Somebody has to. I know it can't be me.
Just let one of us do it, John.
You know, someone offered to do that, and I was like, yeah, fuck that. No, I don't trust you guys. Are you kidding me?
You don't want us as your secretaries? We'd be
No.
amazing.
Like, hey, can you just do this actual job that I won't pay you for? Like, that'd be
Yeah,
monstrous.
I wouldn't do it.
I just want everyone to know
Monsters. Oh.
that John PM'd me yesterday, and he told
Yeah.
me if I didn't subscribe, he was gonna kill my character.
Not only will I kill his character, I'll kill him. So I better start seeing subscriber numbers rise, felt. No. Oh, it's so hard to do it on the studio mode.
This is
You
how we
heard it
treat
here,
this.
Twitch watchers. If you want Horseboy to die, unsubscribe. If you want him to live, subscribe.
Look, if you subscribe, I will, my Twitch Prime sub comes up in 2 days, I swear. Tony Lozano sends his regards. Oh, man.
Don't
So
you
how-
get like not as much money from Twitch Prime subscribing or subs?
No, it's about the same.
It's half, right?
Yeah, it's
Half
all half.
goes to, yeah.
All subs are half, like 50-50 with Twitch. Spoilers, by the way, guys.
Twitch loves not paying their creators.
They really do. Except their big ones. Their big ones can do whatever the fuck they want. They don't care.
They can play DMCA music. They can fucking body paint.
Yeah. Hot tub time machines are the new thing. It's like
John, when are we gonna have a body paint stream?
the moment you.
I'm
buy
busy
me
that
paint.
night.
When are you gonna start putting out for your views?
Do I not do that already? Putting up with your bitch ass all the time?
Hey man, you invited me here. You chose this.
I guess so. Alright. We are now ready to go in properly, so why don't we go ahead and do that? Are you guys ready?
As will
Yep.
ever be.
Okay. The talkative streaming show shall just go straight into game as John goes to the big screen. Woo! We're here, everybody. Hello, welcome to another exciting episode of John Continues to Atrophy Players. Welcome, one and all. Our friend Taylor / Yanni has to recuse himself from playing on Saturdays. It's super late over there for him. Understandably so, and that is not a lifestyle that is sustainable, even though I've been doing it for 26 years of my life. I just stayed up till ungodly hours and sleeping for one, then going to work, and then, yeah. He's doing it for fun. This game is a voluntary one, so, you know, don't bully him. He's fine. He's Gucci. I still love him.
Bully John instead.
Yeah. Maybe one day he'll be able to come back, but for right now, we're down to 4 players whose cameras I kind of need to fix. So.
4.
Oh yeah, 4, man. That's why I'm playing with sad piano music. Guys, how are you doing today? Now that sad news is out of the way. Anyone at all?
Overcome with
I'm
emotion.
doing great today, John. I went to the archery range again. I feel amazing.
Are you an archer?
Yes. I'm repping our new sponsorship, Nike.
Oh yeah?
Run fast.
All right.
That's their logo. Rembrandt, how are
Nike-
you doing? Clockwise.
Good. Nothing all that exciting as this archery. Although I did once shoot one of those old plastic bows that are basically just a stick of plastic with a string.
Oh, I
Got a
know
good
those.
10 feet on the arrow.
That's all you need when you're like 4 years old, right? 10 feet's like 100 miles for them. Oof. Aurelia, also known as Julia.
I'm good. I finished my last exam, so I'm done my undergrad.
Hey.
Congratulations.
yeah.
Great job, huh? Great job.
Congratulations indeed.
Thanks.
So is it master's
Inspiration.
next or soul-sucking workplace?
I'm gonna take a year off before I even consider a master's.
That's fair.
Understandable.
D&D sabbatical. Good plan.
I have a job. I have a job.
Last but certainly not least, Anchway / Temer. Effie, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Hey. Why?
Uh, generally awesome. I'm
Why?
generally awesome, you know? Like, I don't need a reason. Like, do you need a reason just to be awesome? No, not really.
I guess
Mhm.
not.
Yeah.
This is true, and John's gonna do something he forgot to do in the Discord. This is some meta comedy for the people who watch the VOD or inevitable YouTube video, which I'm supposed to be uploading them all tomorrow and getting their thumbnails printed and then start plugging a YouTube channel. But hang on one second, guys. At everyone, oh hey, we're live, Lamau.
Lamau.
The least effort announcement ever. One day I'll get a bot to do this, but for now, it's all done by hand. And I kind of like doing it all by hand. It's a little bit more homely and jank, and I think that's a lot of fun.
And that way, when you're late, you don't send the announcement too early.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the jank we want and need.
Speaking of things you want and need,
Oh.
what I need is a recap. So who wants to go ahead and give me
God.
that? I don't know who did that. I know it wasn't Yanni, because he wasn't there the previous time either.
No, he tried.
Oh yeah, he did try. I think
I did the one
it.
last week if somebody else wants to take over.
Oh yeah, remember I did do the last one. Aurelia, have you ever done a recap before?
No, but my cat is currently destroying a shelf, so someone else can do it.
Perfect.
Likely excuse.
Oof.
Perfect.
I'm not lying.
Okay.
I want to see the cat.
Okay, I
later.
can jump in.
Yeah.
I can
the
jump
cat
in
do
for
the
this.
recap?
Oh, it's a cat! Oh my god!
Oh, look at that.
What's its name?
Yeah. Ivy.
Ivy. Nice.
Yeah.
My favorite cat's name was Caesar, and then followed by Toby.
Nice.
The stupidest cat's names ever. Tamara, let's hear it. Let's hear the recap.
Okay. Well, after a not terribly successful battle with a bunch of demons sent to us to kill us by Jerome, we hid out in a bombed out place of Alcazan. Bombed out place simply because we needed someplace quick to hide from the police. And it's there where we interrogated one of these demons, and we found out that Jerome was sending them to kill us. And we kind of got a glimpse of where Jerome lives, but not quite. When Jerome exploded his demon, Ori sent us outside because he was scared that Jerome was after us.
I'm sorry, who?
And yeah,
Literally.
we're getting there. So close, so close. Well, our minders, we had two minders at that point. One was just Meza, the other was Mori, a man named Mori. And we ran out of the bombed out shelter. He was about to set off a bomb, and that's when we were accosted by the spy master of the city, who has taken over militarily of the city at the time. He wanted to speak with us, and we were ushered to his place, and it's that then we realized we were one member short. Or I should say 2 members short. We lost, unfortunately, Neka, which was our party member. But now, when we were kidnapped, we lost another party member by the name of Mori. He just disappeared. We had no idea he even existed.
Who?
Mind things. I'm not entirely sure exactly what. So we arrived at the spy master's place, and there he offered us a deal to kill a member of the city in exchange for gold. Basically gave us just that. Like, here, take gold. Kill this member. We asked questions. He didn't want to answer them. He left. We decided in a moment of moral strength not to take the gold for money to murder. And he kicked us out and told us to leave the city. It is that then when it is then there when Just Meza took us to her private or her huntress fortress, chewed us out for a bit, telling us that we're spies, we should be acting like spies, cloak and dagger and such. And she took kind of figments of us, not quite, illusions of us out of the city, and left us to hunt down the person that we were supposed to kill. Found him. His name is Rodrigo. He pretty much lazes around in his house, basking in parties nonstop, doing cocaine with the local people for some reason. He's just admiring his own beauty. And literally he let us stay, and we didn't really kind of figure out what next to do after going to his party, his cocaine / fun party at his place. And we're kind of deciding what to do next. And we decided to spend a week there.
Indeed. You are within Rodrigo's manor house in Alcazan. Let me shift our map on down to Alcazan. drop this soft piano music, because there's nothing soft about Rodrigo, except his heart. His heart is very soft and succulent and squishy. Don't break it, please. There we go.
Most of us don't want to.
Are within Rodrigo's mansion. It is, to my account, this is my February calendar. The 6th? The 7th? The 7th, yes. Because, yes, I know it's the 7th. Because on this day, 2 spies are executed within the Spy Master Cindy's house and estate. Brutally murdered, brutally killed. Their identities forever unknown, but you all have a sneaking suspicion that they were not the bad guys.
Actually, I'm the only one who knew who they were.
Yeah, not all of us.
Well then. It is the first day of your long rest, it being the 7th. And you all have 7 days to regain spell slots, to learn new spells, to study the city, enact plans that hopefully do not interrupt the long rest. And Mr. Horseboy, you have a date with an airship. Private Means has messaged you and told you to go to Tulsa for a day. But, you know, before that, you know, what do you guys want to do?
Could I learn spells? I have a list to give you.
Do you have the spells? learn them?
Yes. Yes, I do have the spells to learn them, and that's why it's going to be a limited list.
All right, what's
It's going to be just the ones shared among us by the wizards before we landed in Alcazet. Sleep.
Who's teaching you sleep?
That would be...
Is it
Do I have to learn it from the...
Zachary.
Was it... Do I have not access to learning anything from Nekri now that Nekri is dead?
You can have his spell book. Someone would have, you know, mindlessly picked it up after they grabbed his corpse and then left his corpse unceremoniously. So yes.
We didn't leave all of it. We did not leave all of it.
Please roll me a 1d2 to see how long it takes to learn. And I will roll a hidden dice, which is based off your intelligence. Yeah, that's a pass.
How do I roll a 1d2 here?
You type in that little
/R 1d2.
Yep. 1. Delta. 2. Alright, it takes you 2 days to learn sleep, but you learn it. There's 5 more days of spell learning.
Awesome. Could I learn after that? Expeditious Retreat.
Yep. Let's see the 1d2 once more. An easy pass. Another 2 days. You have
2
3 days
days.
left.
Could I next learn Fog Cloud?
Of course.
Yeah.
Paradigm lends you his spell book.
Thank you, Paradigm.
Yes, yes, learn the bad one.
Another easy pass. Just another 2 days. And there's 1 day left in your long rest, so you may not wish to do any spells immediately.
Yeah, I don't really wish to learn anything more. I would like to take the last day, or in between the days, I would love to like cast alarm on the front door. But I suspected after the first day, since most people walk in and out of the door, it doesn't really do any help.
It does not. It would
so
just
after
continuously interrupt what you're doing.
So after that, I would just talk to Aurelia and request if I could speak to our little friend we found in the pyramid. I have questions for him.
Randy?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, you can talk to Randy.
I find Randy might be willing to listen if I feed him magic and ask him about
Yeah, let's
Piddle's
talk
wet
about
spot.
that real quick.
Piddle's wet spot.
Before we do that, which, you know, can take a little while, I want to get other people's actions in real quick to see what they want to do in the immediate future, as well as describe where you guys are right now. Because you're not anywhere in the city. You're in Rodrigo's house. It is a party pad. There are several relaxation rooms. There are a bunch of lounges where people can just sort of stay if they want, so long as they're following dress and smell code, which is very easy to do, since all clothing and resources needed to look as pretty as possible are given to you. Rodrigo is always surrounded by people, so he will always be distracted. He never sleeps. Just as an aside, he is constantly resting. That is how he justifies it. But there are a lot of people coming in and out of this place. Now, Antoine, last week you said you can cast audible illusions around yourself to just, like, drown out the noise and help you concentrate. But you should all be aware that you guys are within the public's view. And not that anyone's particularly interested in you when they come to Rodrigo's place to snort coke off his chiseled abs. But, you know, it is a
snort
thing.
coke off a horse?
No. So, Rembrandt, Paradigm, and Aurelia, do you have any actions you want to do, or should we move along with Temer's, or excuse me, Antoine, and his questions of Randy, a gem?
I was gonna try and learn some spells too, but they can go first.
I have a question about Randy, actually. Because I have one, I used one of the Hellish Rebukes in there. Do you think I'd be able to find someone in Rodrigo's house to put another Hellish Rebuke into Randy?
My luck die, which rolled a 3, says no.
Okay.
Alcazan is not known for its practical casters. It's known for its beautiful people and its food growing.
Miss
Hey,
Aurelia,
any of
if
you
you'd
guys-
if you'd like a spell in your little trinket there, I could supply one, I believe.
Yeah, I need a first level spell.
Absolutely a first level spell?
That's all I have room for.
Oh, in that case, cure wounds, speak with animals, or thunder wave.
I can offer shield.
I'll take a thunder wave.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Or fog cloud, if that calls your name.
No. Okay, cool. So I have 2 Hellish Rebukes and 1 thunder wave.
Understood.
Don't use it all on one rat now.
He says becoming a rat.
Alrighty, so Rembrandt supplies a thunder wave within Randy. The gem is brimming with 3 level spells.
Does that cost him a spell slot?
Yes,
Should.
but you
I
guys
had
are in a
4,
long rest.
so-
Yeah, that's fine.
I like the shit.
Indeed. Alright, Paradigm, let's do your spell learning real quick.
Alright, I want to learn the 2nd level spell, Alter Self.
Please roll me 2d2 and tell me your intelligence score.
My int is... Do you want to know the plus or do you want to know the actual number?
I want to know your score.
18.
You just barely learn it in 2
Okay.
days.
Cool.
You only have like
And
a
then
10% chance to fail. I'm just rolling.
Oh, okay.
Calm down.
I was like, jeez. And then there was another from Tamer's list. Where was it?
Note that you have 2 less days of learning, since you cannot learn while flying. You need quiet.
Oh,
you need
okay.
time to practice. So you have 3 days left.
I wanted to learn Detect Magic from Tamer.
Then roll me a 1d2, and I will roll this dice. What is
2.
your intelligence again? 16? 17?
18.
Okay, you just barely pass again. You do have a 10% chance to fail learning as
Okay.
well.
Cool.
Okay.
That's everything I was gonna do.
All right. Then you fly away, and then you'll come back at the end of the long rest. Rembrandt, anything you want to do?
Julia, you were finished?
Yeah, I'm done. I just wanted
Okay.
to do that.
Rembrandt's going to try to keep out of sight, especially during the day. But for the nighttime, he'd like to see if he can volunteer for the house guard with. I don't remember what his name was. The guy who was in charge of security.
The manservant Argyle?
Yeah, that guy.
That's right.
You just want to volunteer to stand at the door? Like play bouncer?
I'd rather be like, one of the guards that might patrol the area to kind of learn their system, see where, they could improve.
I have super bad news for you.
Oh no.
There's only one guy. His name's the manservant Argyle.
No.
He's
Okay.
just
Good
the
news to
doorman.
him.
There's no more guards.
That's it. Okay.
That's
In
it.
that case,
He is defenseless most of the time.
John, he's
Okay.
gonna try and kill Rodrigo.
in that case,
Good luck.
I'm gonna talk to any small animals with my speak with animals rituals. See if the ones that live around here have ever seen any like supernatural effects that Rodrigo does.
Yeah, you can
Like
go outside
flying
and
or-
find rats. Although there are no guards, these vermin that you wish to speak with are very hard to find indoors, inside Rodrigo's palace, almost, of relaxation.
There's no songbirds or something that he keeps around.
Oh, okay, I thought you were just looking for rats.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I'm an equal opportunity spy master.
He only
Yeah.
cares about rats.
There are parakeets, there are robins, and there's a bunch of songbirds that just chirp, get high, and if they die, no one notices.
Get out.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to find out if they've seen anything like out of the ordinary compared to what normal people do. I mean, I've got 7 days, so.
How do you... Alright, so Rembrandt, dressed in your borrowed clothing but keeping your top hat on, you head to a roost where this one bird, this tiny little golden animal, this avian creature, is chirping along, trying to harmonize with the local musicians which are performing on their harpsichord. This person does not even bat an eye at you. Their eyes are glazed as they play magical music to soothe and create this salsa ambience we listen to now. And you talk to this bird, taking 10 minutes to ritually cast Speak with Animals, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you ask exactly?
What's the strangest thing he's ever seen Rodrigo do? Like, has he ever seen fire appear near him? Has he ever seen, I don't know.
Does the bird even know who Rodrigo is?
Everybody knows who Rodrigo is. This isn't a
Even the
question
birds.
of a pronoun game. It's a question of what is unnormal about Rodrigo. That's the thing.
Well, has the bird ever seen him fly around? Has the bird ever seen him
He never touches the
disappear?
ground.
He
Rodrigo
hovers.
does not walk, which is the strangest thing that you mammaloids do.
Has he ever seen anyone try to hurt Rodrigo?
No. Who would dare try to hurt Rodrigo? He's
Oh,
protected
absolutely
here.
nobody. Okay,
Guys, we're gonna have to kill Rembrandt.
maybe.
Might.
Well, we got a replacement. It's called this empty character sheet, everybody.
And during the 7 days, other than that, I'll just keep an eye out to see if Rodrigo ever gets hurt. Like, does he scratch himself? You know, bump a toe on a corner? Anything of the like.
How many hours of a day do you want to dedicate to studying Rodrigo? Like a
6.
glamored creature. 6 hours a day.
Jesus.
Rembrandt, please make me a charisma saving throw as you continue to watch our boy,
Okay.
Rodrigo.
It's the dryad all over again.
Charisma. Not bad.
It's not bad. You are watching this creature hours upon hours of a day. Skin glistening. Oh, the bronzeness of his flesh is just... reminds you of cooked steak almost. It is the strangest thing as you continue to watch this creature that never gets up, is constantly speaking, never seems to sleep, never seems to drink or eat or consume anything. He just is so hot. Oh my god, Rembrandt. He's just so hot, and everyone just continues to orbit him and then fly away to be replaced by something else. Almost as though he's like a cosmic body that just gravitates and brings people towards him before letting them go. He's a strange entity, Rembrandt. Somewhat alien to you. A man of the sewers who lives alone in a gutter with his assassin brothers and rats, eating rat flesh. Rembrandt, he's everything you want to be.
Well, he has no shell.
Indeed.
Hey, you don't know that.
Alright.
So that's about it for me.
Aurelia. Antoine. Aurelia literally gets someone to cast a Cure Wounds in her Randy. And then...
No, it's a
What do you do?
thunder wave.
Oh, Thunderwave, my bad. What do you do after that, Aurelia? Do you just, like, hang out?
I mean, yeah, I think that I am just gonna hang out. This is the nicest place that I've been in since hell. So I'm just gonna relax, lay low, don't leave the estate or whatever. Have fun. I think at some point I would go try and like play music with the people who are playing salsa music.
Oh, yeah.
Just for fun. But yeah, I'm just kind of vibing.
Yeah, give us a performance check as you vibe.
Oh, okay.
A vibe check, if you will.
A vibe check.
Just know that somewhere in Toll's Paradigm is singing karaoke with a
Whoa.
23 performance.
Oh my god.
Ooh!
Aurelia, you have never played better in your...
Wow.
Well, I think you have, but still, that's really good. That's 2 23s back to back.
I'm killing it.
Aurelia, this is the greatest place ever. People love your music. They're constantly trying to collaborate with you, giving you new instruments just to see what weird noises you can make. It's fantastic. So many like-minded individuals who are not birds trying to eat your arm. It's so great.
Yeah, I love this place.
And then one day, Antoine comes over to you as you, like, you know, roll up like a $100 bill to do something with it. And Antoine...
John's forcing drugs
Randy.
down our throats.
I'm not doing nothing.
Julia, are you busy?
Yeah, I can
Aurelia,
take a break.
pardon
I can
me.
take a break.
Oh, no worries, no worries.
Yeah.
Just wipe something from your nose real quick.
I do a big like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. What do you want?
Not much. I just would like to talk to Randy.
Antoine would know the ways of
Oh,
cocaine.
yeah.
Oh yeah, Antoine drinks it though. He
Yeah.
doesn't snort it like an animal.
That gives me an idea.
Yeah,
I'm thinking of it. Well, anyways, I suppose we'll talk. I mentioned to Aurelia that try not to take too much. I've seen people take a lot of this stuff, and we might want to keep some of this. I'm thinking we might want to go back to the docks and talk to these people. And this place we're at just is awash with cocaine. But yeah, this is future plans. Anyways, thank you for Randy.
Wash with cocaine.
Yeah. I just like hand over Randy and get back to whatever it was that I was doing.
Yeah, Randy's there. He floats
A new
in
kind of
Antoine's
whitewashed.
hands. But he will begin to like pull almost magnetically back towards Aurelia, Antoine.
No worries,
So like
no
you
worries.
have to like cup your hands around it and then, like
Yeah.
hold back as it like progressively gets stronger.
I blow the coke off of Randy.
No, stop. Do not breathe.
I'm like, I'm sorry you had to be there, Randy, but I just need to talk to you for a minute. So, we never really got to talk. How old are you, Randy?
What do you give it so that it will answer you and not consume the spells within it right now?
Oh, sure. I give it, let's see here. First level spell? Just,
Alrighty, go. What's your first question?
how old are you?
I am ageless. I am before time.
Tell me about Piddle's wet spot.
He was my previous master. He is gone.
Tell me a story.
He conquered the temple you found me in, and then took me to battle a volcano.
Would it destroy anything fixing the volcano, the thing that you killed? Should I not do this?
What? John asked.
Should I not save the volcano that you killed?
You cannot. Not should not.
Do you doubt my powers?
Yes. 10 seconds. 5,
Randy, we'll talk
4,
again.
3,
Sleep. And try not to breathe in the dust.
1. I have no lungs, but I must scream. And then he like pierces through your hands, cleaving your finger. No, he returns to Aurelia to continue to orbit around her shoulders, and then goes.
I thank Aurelia if she's still awake or
Conscious. Eyes rolled back in the head, playing.
Just a bass
I think at this point
guitar.
I've pulled out I found like a set of bagpipes and I'm going at that.
Oh my god.
Because I do have proficiency in bagpipes.
Someone's just like, yeah, funeral music, let's go!
I contemplate about my island.
Yeah.
In deep thought of how best to solve this problem that we're facing. I talk to anybody who's willing to talk to me. Do I find Rembrandt or do I find Rembrandt or Paradigm?
Paradigm has gone to
Temmer
Tulst.
doesn't know my name.
Okay.
Rembrandt.
I was gonna say.
It's
I
there.
was gonna
Brad seems a
say
little
the other.
frustrated.
How's it going, Rembrandt?
It's going. What can I do for you, my friend Antoine?
Rembrandt, what time is it? You've been staring at Rodrigo for what feels like days. Like, not even hours like you wanted, but like over 24 hours. Oh, man.
I'm just gonna give up after a while.
I try to touch base with Rembrandt. Try to get into his head, figuring out we have a mission. We were sent to find out where Jerome is.
Yeah, it seems if you keep mentioning his name, he'll find us again. Maybe.
Maybe we
Come to
should.
think of it, and then Rembrandt kind of thinks and kind of patters off without saying anything. Yes, Jerome might hear us if we say his Jerome name quite often and come here. That would be terribly bad because, you know, Jerome is quite powerful. and
I
we wouldn't
see.
want
We are
Jerome
tempting the
to come here.
DM. I get you. What
I
day
say,
is
okay,
this?
all
Is
right,
this
I
your
think I know
third
what you're
day?
doing.
Sacred place.
Oh, Rembrandt.
Right. So
I'm glad
I
I'm
hope
toast.
none of you actually put on your resources from benefiting of a long rest. Antoine,
They're-
do you
they're
remember
down a
your
party
spell
member.
slots?
pardon?
Yeah,
Did
none
I
of you
remember new
benefit from a long rest. I just rolled a d8 to see if he would come within the week.
I did not choose any new spell slots. I still have the same that I have always had.
No, he's saying, did you
Did
do
you
your long rest to
refill?
reset your stuff?
Oh, I didn't reset anything actually. I just added spells to my list. Mechanically, I didn't change
Good.
my sheet.
Good, good, good. Is this
Wizards
the same
can do that
for
with a short
Aurelia
rest.
and Rembrandt?
Yep.
What? Sorry, what?
Aurelia,
She's had too much of that cocaine.
give me a perception check real fast, Aurelia.
Okay. Okay.
A day goes by after you speak, well, after Antoine speaks with Randy. You are living the highlight, getting relaxed, getting lit with a bagpipe. Is that the proper terminology?
Sure.
I think so.
Getting lit, that means getting high, right?
Close enough.
When on one of these cold January days, a strong gust blows in through a window.
Am I in Tulst at this point, or on the airship at least? Or am I part of this?
Paradigm, you are so gone. You are like on your way back a day or two
Well,
out.
just gonna kick back and watch the fireworks.
In the hold. You hang out, Paradigm, but the others are not so lucky. Rembrandt had an idea, a very good one, that worked. Within Rodrigo's house, a figure appears. It is dark. The sky is currently overcast with a new set of blizzard storms, or blizzard clouds, going to be rolling in shortly here on the weekend. The manservant Argyle makes this creature and his name known to the entire hall in which Rodrigo is currently getting up in. He's spent several days lounging on his chase, listening to the tales of any traveler or crack fiend who wish to speak with him, yourselves included. And then Argyle's voice pierces the din, interrupts the music, and calls out to his master, "Lord Rodrigo, I am presenting you the King of the Gnomes. Jerome? Aurelia,
Yeah.
how's it going? Let's do a character catch-up real quick. You've been hanging out. Long rest aside, you just hear your immortal enemy's name be called out.
Yeah. I'm not doing so hot. I think I'm pretty scared.
Yeah. Yanni wakes up from his dream, sleeping in the armpit of Rodrigo for days, and, like, jolts awake. So Yanni's still there, too. Let's not forget about Yanni. But, Aurelia, you turn and see a very pale face with pitch black eyes, almost as though they are voids within his face, of only fangs in his mouth. A true predator, wearing a cloak of black, almost fiberglass feathers that starts at his shoulders, has a large hood on its back, and runs down to his wrists, which connect to those sharp claws in his hands. You lock eyes with this creature. What does Aurelia do?
Jerome, buddy, long time no see. What's up?
You just cry out in the silence of the room as Rodrigo stands, and Rembrandt. We'll get to you in a bit here, Rembrandt, since you're the one who caused this. Antoine! Hey, buddy. Your enemy's here.
My enemy. Wow.
All our enemy at this point.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
what is Jerome doing? I would like to know exactly who is he looking at, what's he saying.
You go
Is he
full
looking at anyone?
spectator mode.
Well, I would like to do something, but not at Jerome.
Well, currently he is walking towards your group.
My group.
Rembrandt
Am I?
is currently no longer watching Rodrigo, looking for an exploitable weakness he can find, but turning to face this creature whose name you've heard, but whose form you've never seen. Standing at a glorious 5'3", Jerome, a rather short, lanky creature that looks vicious and honestly kind of non-threatening at this moment. I mean, he's got claws, he's got teeth, he's got those weird eyes, you know. I mean, he's like a weird bird thing. Big fucking whoop, Rembrandt. What are you doing, Rembrandt?
First of all, 5'3" is quite tall for Rembrandt, who is 5'2".
Ah. Well, become taller.
It's that easy.
Yeah. Rembrandt will kind of is Jerome coming towards Rembrandt or towards Julia?
Same, right? You guys aren't doing nothing in this time. You're probably regrouping.
Okay.
You're not just like standing there waiting, right?
I dust myself with cocaine and I lie down.
He's preparing, guys.
And I lie down. Or I assume a pose that's aims to be like I'm a spectator among the other revelers.
You try to be discreet, Antoine.
Yeah, exactly.
He knows
But
our
Rembrandt,
faces
what
already.
are you doing?
As he comes closer, I'll turn like within normal conversation distance. I'll turn to Rodrigo and say, "You see, Mr. Rodrigo, I would like to introduce you to pardon me, King of Gnomes, Jerome, the man we came here to see if we could find to speak with. As you can see, he's got a marvelous plumage. And I know you're not partial to crows.
While
and
you are
really,
going on
that's
this
not a very good.
rather long monologue, Jerome
I'm trying-
has snuck up behind you. Aurelia watching in probably stunned horror as this creature now walks instead of flies after one of, an ally.
Is he an ally?
Rembrandt,
He
you will
actively went against all
feel
of
a
us.
scraping against your shell. And then you will watch as a pale face comes inside your periphery. Enough hype, man. I did not come here for you. And then he will sniff hard and get your scent.
I'll say, "Oh, my apologies. I'll get out of your way. Tip my hat and back away."
You try to back away, but he holds on to you.
Well, you said he wasn't
Fascinating.
here for me.
Indeed, but now he smelled something. And he whispers into your ear, rather loudly. almost like a stage whisper, clearly performative. I smell a familiar stench upon you. I thought you were reptile, but instead I find a rat. How quaint. And then his face continues to get, like, closer and closer to yours, and it looks like he's about to, like, take a bite out of your flesh, Rembrandt. What do you want to do?
Die a rat and snap at him.
All right, you. Let's see it. Let's see your initiative roll as he.
No, I don't want to bite him. I just want to kind of like
a warning snap.
Exactly.
All right, you wild shape quickly and scamper away. Argyle's like, "Ah, a rat!" and goes to find a broom. As you become the largest rat anyone has ever seen. Antoine, Aurelio, Yanni draws his sword.
I will.
What is Yanni doing? Paradigm, be Yanni. I'll give you his character
I go to protect Rodrigo at all costs, as he is my king.
Understood. Yanni, completely enchanted by Rodrigo, draws a sword.
I cast.
You said you're giving me his character sheet?
Yeah, hang on. Yes, Antoine. Let's hear some actions, guys.
I say, don't draw a sword while I cast mage armor on myself.
Just trying it. Go ahead and just throw a sleight of hand check at everyone to see if no one else notices Alden. There we go. It can now be edited and controlled and is now in your player journal. Alden, have Yanni's character sheet. Don't get him killed.
Ooh. I will make an attempt.
Okay. Alright. As I wait for the sleight of hand, Aurelia, you've been awfully quiet. Are you happy Jerome's not here for you?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I'm very happy. But I kind of want to. I think I want to like quietly just be like, "Hey, Jerome, what are you doing here? We're old friends. You can tell me."
Yeah, he doesn't even pay any attention to Aurelia at all.
I'm so offended.
The rat snaps. Jerome prepares to slash at you, but thinks better of it as you back away, clearly afraid of him. A rat indeed. Manservants, go get your broom. Rodrigo, and Yanni is approached by Jerome as Rodrigo's orbiters begin to back up, unsure what the fuck this guy is. What does Yanni do?
Did you say Yanni? Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm reading all of the things he can do.
I mean, he's a level 3 paladin. There's not much.
His thing has a lot.
It doesn't.
Also, I've never been a melee class.
Oh. Fair.
If you're not going to attack, he'd probably do like a divine stance or something.
I mean, we've already sensed him before, but yeah, no, I'm just going to stand here in a defensive stance in front of Rodrigo.
You ready in action to defend
ready in
Rodrigo.
attack.
And Rodrigo begins to hover and levitate off his chase. He stands before Jerome, towering over him at his massive... How tall is Rodrigo? Like 7'6" or something?
You said 10 feet.
Oh, he's size large, but he's not like 10 feet tall. Jesus.
When you introduced him to us, you said he was 10 feet, and I remember Paradigm looking up in awe of that.
Maybe he is 10 feet.
Because he's
I
never
think you
met
said his
anyone
size
taller than
seemed
me.
to change.
Indeed. The perception of such a beautiful man is strange for you mortal eyes. Rodrigo greets Jerome politely. Ah! Guest, welcome! Why are you here? In such rags? And Jerome... And John talks to himself for a moment, but I still want to hear some more player actions in this time while these two political figures, we'll call them, begin to converse with each other openly. Yanni interposing himself between the two. Casters, there is your enemy.
I think
Detect
Aurelia's
thoughts,
gonna
detect thoughts.
Aurelia's gonna back away as far as she can while still staying in the same room. Just to like put some distance between her and Jerome, cause she's scared.
Alright. You hide behind people who are also
Yeah.
backing away. Rembrandt, you're still a rat. You're about to be chased with like a guy who has a broom in his hands. Gonna whack at you. Get on out! Just-
Is he really? Because I'm size large.
yeah, he is. He's unafraid.
I'm going to ignore him for now.
Okay.
For now.
I'll scamper over and try to stay between Tamir, Aurelia, and Jerome.
No, you're not.
You've lost this party's trust, I think.
Everyone scatters their own separate ways, it seems. Whenever Rembrandt comes close, as a giant rat, Antoine and Aurelia shuffle away. Don't get in my...
In that case, I'll just stand close enough to hear what they're saying, Rodrigo and Jerome.
Indeed. And they will speak at length. John really doesn't like role-playing with himself, because that's, like, the sign of a crazy man. So I will do a quick highlight. Jerome has an offer for Rodrigo, and one of them is to take the giant rat from his house, and in exchange, he will give him a gift. And Rodrigo's like, what? Why would you take a rat? That's a disgusting animal. How dare you even insinuate that I want anything to do with this? And also, you're gross and ugly. Rodrigo does not like Jerome one bit.
Excellent.
Completely at utter just disgust. He hates Jerome purely aesthetically and by association his entirety. Jerome wants to make friends, though. He's here to be a socialite. He's here to greet people, and he will begin to do so, harassed by Rodrigo, who levitates after him. For around 5 or so minutes, Jerome will speak with people, and at one point literally tear someone's skin off. Just a little bit, you know, he just wants to get a taste, which will terrify that person, and they will flee right into an armed cohort of Cindy's guards, who are coming to Rodrigo's manor. So spectators, it's been 4 or 5 minutes now of you watching these things. Jerome still ignoring Aurelia's entire existence. Antoine, this creature, you have been smartly putting more people in between your way and his.
Is there any way I can actually talk to Rodrigo?
Yeah,
Is he
say-
just completely absorbed with Jerome of chasing him out?
I
kind
think
of?
Jerome's the one more obsessed with Rodrigo at the moment.
Well, it seems like both are. And I'm wondering if I could talk to Rodrigo.
Yeah. You quickly grab his arm, his bicep, and then find that you're unable to truly grasp his oiled up skin. But, you know, you get his attention for like 2 seconds, and he's like, what? There's a guy harassing my guests!
I tell Rodrigo that it would be very important if he would accompany me to my city of Tulsa, where I have a banquet for him, a feast in his honor.
Alright, he disregards you completely. Just uninterested. This is not what he wants to hear, as
No, it's not.
his guests are being harassed. His friends, his orbiters, his worshippers are getting harassed and harangued by a crow man. And then Argyle's...
I say quick, do you have any secondary exit from this place? I just would like to know to usher your guests out. They're in danger right now. Your guests are in danger.
People are fleeing on their own, mostly towards the exit, but you would have been here a week, so you would know that there are, like, side exits to scrape away undesirables and trash.
I am
fruits.
trying to usher people out. The ones that are not coked up on the floor or anything like that, you know?
No one's unconscious on the ground.
I'm wondering exactly how he lives.
It's not a depressant, it's a stimulant, bro. I promise you.
I wouldn't know, but alright.
Minutes go by, Yanni doing something next to Rodrigo the entire time.
It's just constant protection.
Yeah.
Sorry, John, you're saying we were hearing guards coming?
Yes. There is a trumpet noise to declare their presence. It is late evening. This is quite the disturbance were this not Rodrigo's palace, and people are beginning to walk in wearing chainmail, holding spears and shields, and pointing them at the guests who have not fled.
Well, if we're hearing them before they get here, I'd like to drop the rat form.
Well, hang on. Your rat form probably got dismissed. I need to roll 5 times 10, so 50 d20 plus...
Jesus.
Alright, a few natural 20s, a couple 19s, 16s, 8... So yeah, this Argyle guy is gonna broom you out of your rat form before you get the chance to drop it. He's like, a turtle! And he'll, like, put the broom down.
I thought he was gonna keep hitting it.
Yeah.
I thought you were rolling damage there for a second.
No. Yeah, you suffer 548 damage. Does that kill you?
Argyle's a master with a
No,
broom.
these rats are awesome.
Oof.
Well, once the rat form drops and Argyle calms down, I'm going to cast Pass Without Trace. And if they're within 30 feet, try to hit Yanni, Aurelia, and Timur.
I'm sure you can get them.
All right.
This room's not that big.
Okay. And then if there's a place where we could hide while still hearing the conversation?
You are out in the open. This does not turn you invisible by any means. You're still in an open room. It would stop you from being tracked. It would silence some noise, but you are visible and there.
You know, fair enough. Just for our possible running away. Yeah, I'll stand near away to the one of the side exits and wait to see what happens.
All right. You begin to evacuate. Antoine, Aurelia, and Yanni both feel a chilling sensation of this magic coming across you, giving you a bonus to your stealth.
I'm also gonna go stand close to an exit.
All right. Well, the guards come in, and they are starting to not stab anybody, but begin to move people away for Cindy to come in and more or less condemn Rodrigo for Jerome being there without interacting with Jerome at all. Rodrigo's like, what? Just completely confused by this. And then Jerome will be like, you wish for my capture too, do you, young boy? And be an extreme creeper, get in Sydney's face, and those two will have a dramatic staring competition. But then Jerome will leave unharassed, just sort of like walking through his guards. Either Cindy knows he can't just outright kill Jerome and doesn't want to risk himself, or probably what you're all already thinking, there's some cahoots going on, as Rodrigo is supposedly under arrest. People will make moves to go and apprehend Rodrigo, but will find his form far too slippery. It will literally be like that Family Guy episode where they're chasing that naked guy around who's all greased up. It's like, stop it! Get off me! You're filthy! You're covered in stone! Follow the dress code! What do you all do? Greased up, naked, deaf guy, Rodrigo. Yes, rumble roar.
Yanni's just gonna be like batting away the fucking guys trying to arrest Rodrigo.
Alright, then Yanni will get arrested.
Yanni, don't.
Yanni fights for his master and will end up in jail eventually. But you three have a chance to escape.
Rembrandt will try to leave out the side exits and gesture at Aurelia and Anchois to follow.
Yeah, I do that.
You do that.
Yeah.
Alright. You
But
escape into the night.
Actually, I was wondering if I could follow from a little ways back to see what if there's any more interaction between Sydney and Jerome.
No. Jerome had taken off. He is gone, a ghost within the darkness. Sydney is still inside, watching the apprehension attempts from his guards against the slipperiest man alive. Yeah.
But they haven't arrested Rodrigo. They're just trying to.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Are you escaping or not? Are you just hanging around waiting?
No. I've
you
seen what I
linger.
wanted. I'm out of there.
Okay.
Unless the other two have a reason to stay.
No, I'm gonna sneak out.
You sneak out.
I am a wall. I illusion myself as a wall. In a
You
corner
remain?
somewhere. I remain. I want to
Alright.
see Yanni. And I want to see Rodrigo. But I don't want to be part of the action.
Well, you can cast an illusion. Where do you cast it?
I cast it.
Just in the middle of the fucking room?
No,
The
no.
door.
In a corner. In a corner.
Alright.
I assume there's a corner
Mhm.
someplace.
What is
and
your
I can
illusion?
wall myself. Delusion of basically a wall, a pillar. Or maybe a pillar. How about that? Instead of a box.
So you make a
Let's make
like,
box.
circular pillar, or like a... Are you trying to match the architecture?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So this is like a Roman-esque house. So these are circular pillars. You quickly summon one up. There's a lot of chaos going on, so I'm going to give you a bonus for that. But it's been over a minute, so it's actually calmed down a little bit. People are escaping or getting pushed into corners. Guards are getting control of the situation. Then you run to a corner, or not run, but, you know, go to a corner and cast your minor illusion spell, which is 5 feet. I don't think you can make a tall enough pillar, actually.
No, maybe a broken one.
A broken
Fucking
pillar in the
damaged.
corner of the room. You are immediately found, Antoine. The guards come for you. Seeing a spellcaster in a city.
Misty step the hell out of there.
Alright, you misty step. There will be an apprehension attempt,
Cast.
and few people will chase you. All of your long rest is now interrupted for each and every one of you, except maybe
Not
Aurelia,
mine.
who didn't. Paradigm, of course, doesn't. Please make me a acrobatics or athletics check to escape these people and run into the city, Anchois. I'll just do one for them. You don't have to do much, but if you roll like trash, you may get captured. Oh my god, you escape easily into the night. You're not sure where your team members are. You're missing half your stuff, having put it down. But you have the important bits right now. It's fine. Also, you probably have your radio still, so you'll be able to group up together once more in the cold darkness of Alcazan during the middle of the night. And you do. Anchois, Aurelia, and Yanni. Or not Yanni. Rembrandt, excuse me. Yanni's there now.
He escaped.
Well, that was an interesting event.
I think perhaps that was not your best idea, Rembrandt.
Perhaps, but did you notice that Cindy and the crow seem to be much more amicable than one would expect?
Yeah, that was weird. You know what else was weird? It was weird that he did not seem to want to talk to me. I'm a little bit sad.
Your only friend.
My only friend. And that crow that we killed.
Your relationship confuses me with this gentleman.
Yeah, it confuses me too.
Perhaps when you figure it out, maybe you could let me know. But until this point, Timir, come here. Anshua, come here, Anshua. Are you there?
Quick question.
Yeah.
At what time would I expect Rodrigo's place to calm down? Or would there be guards there, like, covering the place for the next few days?
Are they still trying to catch him?
No. It's just like, would they be like
Antoine
scouting
does
the place
not
out?
have the sufficient enough information nor experience with an actual law enforcement route before. Mokapuni is pure vigilante justice. It's all tribal. Even though they live in a kind of okay-ish city-state, there is no law and order. The law is what the princess says it is on any given day.
I radio in. Yeah, I'm here.
Perhaps we should join up and choose our next step.
Yeah, we probably should. How about we join up at a bombed out place that we were at when...
If you recall, that is where a certain
guard found us?
Yes.
Yes. It's pretty much the only place we know. If you know an alley place, anywhere we can stay out, where they...
Do you think that I could cast disguise self and make myself look like just Meza and get us into the hunter's place?
I don't know how good your illusions are.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Antoine, head to the place where I went with you soon after we landed. I'll meet you there.
I don't think we should go there.
Leave Aurelia alone in the city.
No, she's
I'm
coming
with
with me.
Rembrandt. Yeah, I'm with Rembrandt.
Really,
These are the
just
people that
runs
ratted us
home.
out.
She goes
Yeah,
back
I'm
to
just like,
Big
I'm gonna
Stinky.
run back to Big Stinky.
I'm not
These are the
saying
people that...
I'm not saying make contact. I'm saying meet me near them.
Yeah, sure. We go there, and do we see
You were there.
Seafoyd Brunt anywhere
Nope.
around?
It's cold.
Good.
The blizzard's on its way.
So, find out. This doesn't change anything. We have to find out where Jerome is, and we have to let the Dryad know.
You don't think
we're not gonna? We're
Sorry,
Do you think
probably
we could
not.
go see her?
This is the only option. But what will we tell her?
well her spy master is in league with the crow.
We could tell her that.
He wants Rodrigo dead. We know this.
She's also shown active distrust of Sydney. She doesn't like Sydney nor consider him part of her regiment.
Paradigm says across 500 miles, trapped in the hold of an airship. On
Well,
Wow,
no, we
this
talked
radio
about
is
this
great.
before. I'm just
got great
reminding him.
perception.
Mm-hmm.
Now she's got good reason to know that he's her enemy rather than a thorn in her side. This could change something. If not, perhaps Thorazor would be a good place to check out next.
Yeah, I think we should go see her first before we do anything else. I think it's relevant information that she'll want to know.
What can we get out of it? Like, what can we get out of her, out of curiosity?
I don't know, a place to sleep.
I was thinking more of making
Pretty-
the most beloved
pretty
figure
cheap.
in the city more active politically. If
Oh, yeah.
she seems to be on the cusp of easily being able to take over if she wished, and she seems friendly with our certain employer.
I'm not entirely sure she's on the cusp of taking over. If you do think that way, perhaps we should tell her.
Sorry, I meant she could if she wanted to. She's got the influence, so all we need is that little push to give her the desire, rather than relying on a certain attractive but useless fop or mysterious spy master.
I think that's not a bad idea.
I think this is really our only option, is to tell her everything, but I'm just wondering what will we get out of this. It doesn't solve her problem, doesn't solve our problem, but we might as well, because we have no place to sleep. Let's go.
You head where exactly?
Dryads.
Yeah, to the Dryad.
You head
John,
to
when
the
do I come back?
And we will do a very hard transition scene as you all wait at a moat. Your fates currently unknown as Paradigm. It is the 14th. Your long rest goes off. You get all of your spell slots back. You get all of your hit dice, all of your resources. And you take a step off a commercial airship chartered from Tulsa to here to do a food run. And what do? Paradigm.
I'm gonna radio everyone else. Hey, I'm back in the city.
There is no
So,
response.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna head back to Rodrigo's, because that's where I think everyone is.
You clap down the streets. It is mid-morning. It's great. The sun's out a little bit. There's snow drifting, but it's like, oh, the clouds are covering it, but now those clouds are just a filter for the brilliant sun of winter. It's fantastic. It's a wonderful day for you, Paradigm, until you get to Rodrigo's place, which has several armed guards at the door, barring anyone entry. When there's just a line, like a queue, that's like seemingly waiting to go inside, mistaking for what these guards are doing here. They are not bouncers. To a club, they are. Indeed.
Well, I'm assuming they look like the city guard or the military.
Yeah, you recognize them.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn the fuck around.
Cool.
And I'm gonna try the radio again. Hey, guys, what's going on?
There's no response.
Hey,
Okay.
None.
I'm gonna head toward the Citadel, because that's like a central part of the city, right?
Yeah. You've been to Moru's place.
I'm gonna head toward the Citadel.
You can do it.
And just, like, periodically try the radio as I go toward it.
No response, but you make it to the Citadel, crossing by this much nicer area, as we all remember. Rodrigo's place is in the north quarter of the city, so you just travel all the way back down to where you originally came from, towards the airship station, and are near that drawbridge, near the moat, and you see armed guards patrolling it, since it's daytime. And
Okay, I'm gonna slink behind some buildings where I don't see guards. I'm gonna try the radio again. Still nothing? I'm gonna go to the spot where I know Seaweed Man exists. Or
Yeah.
pops out of.
What do? You're there.
I'm going... Fuck, how did we get his attention the first time, or did he just appear?
You're like looking at the Citadel, looking at the moat, and then you look back up and you see like a figure several dozen feet in the air, walking, patrolling the rooftop for any flyers, as they were doing last time you were here. One of
I'm
them's
just
looking
gonna-
at you.
I'm gonna wave to him.
He waves back.
Gonna yell out to him, hey! I need to go talk to Maru.
What?
I yell louder. I need to talk to Maru!
It's even worse. What?
Even louder. I need to talk to Maru, damn it!
He rolled a 2. I rolled like a 4, a 5, and a 2. It's really windy up here. Go to the gate.
For the love of the non-existent gods, where the fuck is Maru?
You're screaming. Some guy like takes a step like outside of the alleyway, like closer into the city itself. It's like, why are you yelling at the castle, man?
He didn't hear that time either. You're not gonna roll for that one, John?
No, I'm not gonna roll for that one. He's clearly deaf. A new guy has appeared, a literal citizen of the town. It's just like peering over at this horse guy, yelling at his governor.
I'm gonna look to him. You know how to contact the seaweed monster?
What? A seaweed monster? You probably have to go to the ocean, man. You're looking at a moat. That's fresh water. Well, it's stagnant water. Well, it's kind of fresh water. Sometimes we drink the water, but, you know.
I will go across the drawbridge and fucking try and find some way into this citadel.
You are stopped at the ramp leading up to the drawbridge. A guard wearing the city's colors halts you. Ah, horseman!
Yes.
What is your business?
I need to speak with the governess.
On whose authority?
I really don't want to admit this.
Well, we can't just let you in. You random mook, we're in lockdown. We're at war.
On Sydney's authority.
Yeah, come on in!
Cool!
Hey, you know, just follow me, I'll show you it. Hey, James, can you, like, guard the bridge on your own for a minute? And apparently this guy named James is just like, yeah, sure, it's fine. And this random guy will lead you inside. Like, do you have your form ready? And he's just, like, trotting along kind of happily.
I've been sent on urgent business. Sydney gave me no form. There's...
Oh, that sounds just like him. He's so, like, up and bothered all the time.
So you understand. I'm glad. Someone finally does.
Alright. And he will lead you into a parlor, it seems. Which is not suited for you at all, by the way.
Yeah, nothing ever is.
I know. I just want to reiterate that just every time
you
want
to beat that nail in even deeper.
I could, yes. You get into the room. You wait around 2 minutes before someone else shows up, who looks out of breath, partially wearing like a weird ghillie suit almost, and just shouts, "Come with me! There's no time! Come with me!"
I go with him.
Alright, you go with this person who's just like wearing literal shrubbery, like clothing. Like, just branches and leaves are kind of falling and then dematerializing, and he's just running through the hallways, full breakneck speed, dashing his way. You can easily keep up with him. You're a horse. And you don't know what the rush is, but you will enter the dungeon area and then, like, go through dark hallways and then hit some strange... You don't have dark vision, do you?
Nope.
Alright, so this guy's just leading you through here, through the darkness, like, keep following me! There's no time!
I keep following.
Alright, just close your eyes and just run straight!
He's gonna do it.
Alright, you run straight, unsure what happened, but when you reopen your eyes, you are in a naturally lit room, a garden-like area that has shrub beds made out of nice roots, padded with green, lush foliage, and your team's there, eating and doing a short rest. Cool. Rembrandt, Aurelia, Antoine, Paradigm's back, looking a bit haggard and annoyed.
Yo, man, where'd you go?
Where the fuck? What happened?
Oh yeah, stuff. A lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah,
missed
quick
some
stuff.
flashback for you three. The swamp monster was there during the night. He just let you guys in into this little garden area where creatures like he rest.
But he hasn't let us see the dryad yet.
She does not have that kind of time. She doesn't just fucking... She's a leader of a country, bro. What? I think you can just, like, reserve a date with the I won't harass you, JC, but she will make time for you guys eventually. But why don't we use this opportunity to take our first break, and when we return, we'll have a conversation with Mora. Sound good?
Man, I can't wait till you get a load of what Paradigm has to say to you, Rembrandt.
All right, we'll be right back after that ominous threat. Hello, everyone. We are back after a short break. I got a drink. Guys, you are in a basement, a hidden area beneath the citadel, the governor's castle of Alcazan. Moru has sent a messenger to say that, you know, she'll get to you when there is an opportunity to. But in the meantime, to stay within this tiny garden and not do anything else. To set the scene a little bit more, this garden is a 60-foot sphere with a 10-foot ceiling. So that tall guy hunches down a little bit. It is lit through magical crystals that sort of are pierced or hammered into the ceiling itself, which give out bright light for about 20 feet, and then the rest of the room is illuminated by dim light. It is rather comfortable. There are roots growing from the dirt walls around you, which are shaped to be beds, chairs, tables even, furniture that can be sat upon. They are cushioned by these big bushy leaves which seem to resist you touching them, as though they themselves are alive. Because, you know, having dead shit in a garden would be sad. You all stare at your horse friend and the guy who is like breathing in and out rather heavily in this, you know, subterranean room. And he's like, whew! We did it. We outran Sydney's guards. Fuck those guys. They're all so stupid.
Yeah, they just let me in without question.
I know. And you're a fucking idiot for doing that. You should have waited until nightfall where we could act. We can't just go around the like, do you know how limited of an opportunity we had? If I had misstepped once, if I tripped over one of our magical snare traps leading down here, ooh, we'd be fucked.
I completely disregard him. Time was of the essence.
Alright, you disregard him. He fucks off.
Evidently,
yours.
I missed something here.
Yeah, you missed a bit. Yanni's no longer with us.
Yeah.
He's in jail.
I see this.
Yeah. Rodrigo's there with him. Possibly alive? We're not too sure.
Well, people were still trying to get into the palace. The
They
guards
are,
were not allowing them.
Ooh, maybe he's on
Well-
house arrest.
It seems likely if they couldn't catch him, as you say.
I saw them get him. Like, I saw them tackling him. I think I saw them myself. Did I, John? Did I see them get Rodrigo?
No one, you did not. You ran away. Because they were trying to get you at one point.
Yeah. So I suppose he could not be captured.
Either way, things are not looking good.
No, we lost our place. Place to stay, we don't know necessarily. We're not any closer to finding Jerome. I don't think so. We saw him, by the way. He came. He kind of threatened everybody at Rodrigo's place.
well.
And why did he show up there?
I just look and stare at Rembrandt. I don't say anything.
Well,
Paradigm will dead-eye look at you.
it seemed to me that we needed a way to trigger a confrontation between Rodrigo and Jerome to see if they were truly in cahoots together.
Paradigm will go up to you and slap you across the face.
Antoine, of course, I will block with my shell. Antoine, of course, reminded me that
He goes prone to block with the shell. You now have advantage. Let's see the attack roll.
Oh, it's gonna be with my hoof if he's on the ground in his shell.
So Rembrandt's just like casually trying to have this conversation, and a horse is just standing on top of him, like one of those goats who who like to bounce up onto stuff. Completely ineffective. But
I just stomp on the shell.
it's fine. Rembrandt is unfazed.
yeah, so I was saying, we needed. It occurred to me, and Antoine reminded me that if you mention his name a few times, he tends to show up. So really, One could say that testing this means that the Dryad can find him anytime she wishes. Just go somewhere, tend a trap, and call his name.
We knew where he was. We had a plan, Rembrandt.
We
To
can still go
go-
there if you wish.
We didn't need
Rembrandt.
to go there. We could have just told Maru like we were going to, and have her take care of it for us. That was the only thing we were asked to do. We've talked about this.
I have a potential idea. This might sound really dumb, but so we know that Cindy is working with Jerome. So eventually they're probably gonna have to meet up at some point. What if we just watched Cindy?
We could, but if he's in league with Jerome, then it stands to reason that the crow things are going to be watching his place. And do we remember the last time the crows descended on us?
Yeah, that wasn't great.
And now, Yanni's in jail, Mezza's gone, and there's a gap in my memory of someone who can do things.
There's no gap. I think what you're referring to is phantom memory. They go away after a while. Don't worry about it.
Paradigm will glare at you, sheer anger in his eyes of the stupidity of the acts you've committed.
Wow, the party's falling apart!
You actively went against all of our ideas, the things that all of us were agreeing on, just to fuel your own personal want for this city to be a war state. It's
Personal,
not
no.
built for it.
I was trying to, possibly in a way, get back in good graces with one half of the factions of the city.
And you didn't think that they would still not like us no matter what we tried to do. Even after he clearly stated we're no longer capable of being allies.
That was only after we threw his
It's now
request in his
obvious we
face.
never were able to be allies.
Rembrandt, one of us
From the
is
beginning.
in jail. One of us is in jail right now. We can't do our job. Can't do it if you're working against our goals. It just can't be done. If you don't understand that you're working against our goals, perhaps you should just openly reject our goals. Do your own thing in that way. Bringing a chaotic person down on all of us will kill us. It will not get our goals done. I think you understand that, but yet I don't know. Anyways, guys, what was done is done. Hopefully Rembrandt it's not gonna bring down the wrath of us again on Jerome. And let's see what Dryad has to say. This Dryad has to say. I never talked to her. What's she look like, by the way?
If I might be
Do
so
not-
bold,
Do not look directly at her.
you're angry at me for saying his name 4 times, whereas the 3 of you have said his name thrice in the last
I have
5
said
minutes.
I have said his name 0 times, and also I'm not particularly mad at you.
Oh, Paradigm's livid.
You all may sulk in your separate corners
Yeah.
of this garden.
Yeah.
Angry, some of you, disappointed others. One, just trying not to go into, withdrawal. Let's do an
Chronic addiction.
actual character checkup now. And I think we need to start with Rembrandt. Please, don't interrupt him as I ask Rembrandt a question or two. Rembrandt, isn't it weird how other people have been saying Jerome's name, whether they realize it or not? but it's only when you say it does something of his stuff occur.
Mm-hmm.
What is Rembrandt's thought processes? You know, he's a high wisdom character. He isn't, you know, he understands this connection that I, John, am sharing to you that you may have missed.
Oh no!
What is going through
I've realized
Rembrandt's head?
there's likely, it seems to be a connection with the scent he detected when I was in my turtle form. So Rembrandt is thinking that maybe the crow has more of a link with the advanced forms of rats we're seeing. One of which Rembrandt recently learned how to turn into.
Does Rembrandt feel like he's sabotaging the team, which is clearly what other people are feeling? Or do you feel
no,
justified?
He really thought that it could stir the pot a little bit and get some of the, I guess the subtleties of the alliances out in the open. Because, I mean, Rodrigo wasn't going to do anything. He was useless. Sydney, he may or may not have been able to take leadership, but now we know he's in league with Jerome. So now the lines are clear. It's Maru against Jerome and Sydney. And now our job, I think, is easier. We've just got to convince her to step up. But he's feeling that he may have pulled been a little bit quick to make the decision without talking to the other.
I see. Aurelia, you're not too mad at the turtle rat.
Nah, it happened. It's over. Nobody died.
Is Aurelia thinking about while you all wait and brood in somewhat silence?
I think Aurelia's a little bit scared because it was just so easy for Jerome to get to us. And also, she's a little bit sad because he didn't even talk to her.
Let's talk about that for a moment. I've been kind of assuming that it's like a meme, but now I'm starting to like truly think more about this. What is with this connection between, what is Aurelia's thoughts on Jerome, this weird monster guy who wants to eat your flesh?
Aurelia has very few friends, and in her mind, if somebody takes a vague interest in her, she's going to think of them as slightly, like, at least a friend. So she thinks he's her friend, although she thinks he's a friend that is also trying to kill her, so she is scared of him, but, like, in the back of her head, she's like, no, that's my friend.
How did that occur? What?
I don't know. I was just like, I thought it was funny, and then I was thinking about it, and I was like, yeah, she's a spy. She has, like, no friends. She wants friends, and so she just, like, is gonna be friends with whoever talks to her.
Perfect. All right. Jerome, your friend, also probably going to murder you, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Paradigm, I always leave you for last, so let's get you next to last. Paradigm, you were on a long rest. You went to go pick up spell materials from Tolst. You were outside of the city, and you keep getting, like, sidelined by everyone else, whether you want to admit it or not. Like, it started back when you got first jumped and a battle occurred with you mostly unconscious. Then you try to act out a little bit, are immediately punished for it severely. Almost too severely, some would say. You're constantly deridden as a horse person and are just ignored in some cases and sent to the stables by another guy who is like a political rival now. And then your team acts without you and almost gets themselves killed and one captured. Paradigm, what is going through your mind?
You know, it's his life. This has always been his existence. And even now, he can't escape it. To the point where he's starting to kind of believe that nothing he does matters, or nothing he thinks or says to anyone else penetrates their mind. His opinion means almost nothing to his party, it seems. And it's being made slightly clear.
What would your mom do in this situation? Your real
She would
mom,
tell me to
Dr.
fuck
Mom.
off or like go to the jockey race and make her some money. And then
Dang.
punish me for having not done well enough. And then get sucked into a briefcase. Leaving me to a woman who bought me. And then sold me for glue.
Yeah. Who do you, what actions or... Man, how do I even ask this question? Are you just going full nihilistic acceptance? Are you looking for, like, a role model to base yourself off of? What kind of person do you want to be in this world that doesn't care about you, Paradigm?
Paradigm wants to make the world a better place by putting... How do I put it? Not the right people... He's been put in this position where he's being told that he's helping other city-states or gathering information, bringing them into the power of Tolst.
Mm-hmm.
And that being his job, he wants to do it in a way that he thinks the people he brings up or the actions he takes will make those cities better, even though they'll be under the control of Tolst. He wants places to be unified, and with that unity, he wants the right people to be able to utilize it and not profit, but grow accordingly in a good way to where this entire continent can function together nicely. Because all he ever saw in Nevlatars was just wacky wizards doing wacky wizard things for their own propagation. Even if he's becoming a sociopathic, nihilistic asshole, he still in some way wants to make a good change. Even if he's not the person being good about it, he wants to put the people who will be good about it in the place that can make them that way, or get it that way, if that makes sense.
It does. Antoine, you're looking at a corner, hiding behind some illusion or another, so you don't have to listen or look at these fucks. You know Paradigm has scrolls that you asked him to get from Tulsa to learn cooler spells during a long rest, but, you know, he left later in the week, unfortunately. And now he's back, and all of this situation has come crashing down around you. You're no step closer to figuring out what the fuck's going on with Mokapuni. You're still trapped in the city that you somewhat care about, somewhat don't. What is going on in Antoine's head of his?
This job is going to be a lot more difficult than he originally thought. Usually things are straightforward. He thought everything would be like directly do this, do that, pick up, go there. But there's a lot of roadblocks. It seems like it's really not much you can do by yourself. Everyone has different ideas on how to solve the same problems you're thinking of solving. And without any sort of unified front, he fears that this problem is not going to be solved. So either he has to jump on other people's page, or they have to jump on his, or somehow we're going to have to work together to do our same goals. Because in the end, my character, or I would want to, Anshua wants to, is to solve this military and spy problem just so he could help his island.
It's all a means to an
And
end.
he's kind of all it means to an end. And he's also kind of worried about the news he got from his robot friend, saying that he doesn't think that he could possibly fix his island. It's not powerful enough. So all of these things are still rummaging in his mind. And yeah, that and sulking.
I see.
Like, "Meh,"
You all may take a short rest as Moru arrives. Whatever short rest mechanics you have which enable you to get spell slots back or wild shapes, you may have it. Paradigm, you are full. You still have that flame blade, right?
Mm-hmm. It's still on my back.
Alright. And are you planning to ever use it? Should I give it a thing for you to wield?
He
on your character
eventually.
sheet? Okay. Well, tell me when that happens, because I have to insert it manually onto your sheet.
Eventually. He's just gonna hold on to it for the time being.
Okay.
Because he only knows what Necri told him about it.
As night falls, the lights within the room will brighten in kind of a reverse, or maybe like an arboreum? What is the,
Arboreum's the right term.
yeah. The room will get a little bit warmer during these cold winter months, especially now that night has fallen. And a person wearing foliage, just actively wearing plants that are growing from his clothing, will arrive with familiar seaweed and ask you to put this on your face and to hide your eyes.
Paradigm will do so, and before he does, he'll stare at Aurelia.
I put one on, but I look really unhappy about doing it.
You do so. Antoine, Rembrandt, this is the first time you have ever been offered a seaweed gift before. Do you wish to eat it? While Paradigm and Aurelia put it on their face.
I inquire what it's about. Then I remember what they told me when they were last here. And it was to cover their eyes, because no one can look at this lady. And so he puts it on.
You do so. Rembrandt?
When in Toast.
You place the seaweed wrap on your eyes, blinding yourself. They got the good seaweed this time.
It doesn't smell.
It does not smell, no. Let me turn on new music. As you blind yourself, this creature will say, "Good luck, don't do anything weird, be careful, don't fuck with her, she's in a bad mood." And after warning you all, just as a kind courtesy of someone probably stepping outside his station, Moru will enter. You are blinded, so I will not tell you what she looks like, but you all immediately detect her presence. And she is talking with someone. Kind of snidely, kind of in a joking, barbed manner, but she is talking with someone who sounds familiar, but you know you've never heard him before. And he's currently insulting her, saying his magic's way stronger than whatever bullshit.
Oh, he's back.
She's putting on you guys. Well, you want to see a real enchantment? Hang on. And the Dryad will, not fall for the bait or tell this person to cast enchantment magic on you. And she will quickly speak out, her voice like a strange song. Music to your ears that make you just want to listen to it more and more. enchanting with every word this person will speak. So, how went your mission? Because from what I understand, it didn't go so well. 2 of my spies are dead. Thanks to you, Mr. Horseman.
Yeah, I'll own up to that. We found out where the Birdman is.
You have his location.
Well,
Kind of.
that got
Kind of.
ruined a little bit. Our turtle friend here brought him into the open to speak with Rodrigo. We found out something from it, that Sydney and the bird person are in league together, but now Rodrigo is effectively incarcerated.
Yes,
along with one of ours.
I have heard of that. Sydney has placed him under house arrest, for no one can grab onto him long enough to put handcuffs on him.
Good for him.
I'm not surprised.
Indeed. They dare not try to wound him for fear of what his beautiful blood may do. But yes, the party dedicated towards a peaceful surrender of 2 Thorazor has been neutralized, or at least gutted in a way. You say Sydney's in league with Jerome?
That's what it seems from what the others have told me.
Well, why don't I hear from the others? You 3, Antoine and Rembrandt, please make me charisma saving throws at advantage. As her attention falls upon you. Pass. Antoine. Failure. Alright, Antoine, you want to remove your blindfold. Do you?
Pardon? Do I want to remove my blindfold?
Well, you do want to.
Charisma.
Do you, though?
Oh, well then I do. If I want to,
Oh, no.
I'll probably remove it.
Do I hear him
do it.
trying to undo his blindfold?
You hear this
I will
squishy
grab
noise.
him like I did with Aurelia.
Antoine, a horse fucking blind rushes you, searches for a moment, then wraps his arms around your own. He's so strong.
I gotta see.
Do
I have to
not
see.
take off the blindfold.
Make opposed athletics checks, wizards. The 2 wizards grapple each other.
Athletics check.
Here we go. Where the fuck is athletics?
Oh my god, alright.
Yeah, you win.
Paradigm locks your arms down, forcing you to remain blind.
I want to see.
She's
Someone
already
in this room
enrapturing
is just
another.
laughing
My
at you.
God.
Please let me go. I just want to see.
Oh, you got him again! This strange
Evidently, we
male
didn't
voice.
learn from last time.
And I.
What happened with Jerome and Sydney? Someone speak. Best friend, Aurelia.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, he showed up.
What did you call her?
The bird best friend. I'm her best friend.
We're besties now.
Yeah. I don't know if you knew that. We're best friends. Anyway, so my other best friend, the bird guy, he showed up at Rodrigo's house. And then after he showed up, Cindy showed up. And there was like a sort of very tense looking stare down, but it felt kind of fake.
Were they
and
about
then
to
Cindy
kiss?
just maybe.
Oh,
I don't know. And then Cindy just let him leave with no consequences.
That doesn't surprise me. Cindy's a coward.
Yeah.
He could be a coward. And
Well, he
Maury,
was surrounded by many
a
of his
voice.
men.
Yeah, there were a lot of people there.
To my understanding, Jerome is an immortal bird creature that reconstitutes himself whenever he dies. I don't think you want to pick that fight, even if you do win it. because one day you'll
that's
lose that
fair.
fight. I don't blame Sydney for his cowardice. Alcazan is not known for its brave or competent warriors. But still, it is a disappointment to hear that he just let Jerome go. I don't think I can spin that into... Maybe I can.
I think you can do anything you put your mind to.
I wish that were the case.
For
She
sure it's the
sighs.
case. Just I want to see, please.
Man, Paradigm's so strong. What is happening?
He will not let go.
Any other things to report? You don't...
Well, we've discovered we can attract him to our location just by saying his name enough. If you wish to know where he is, just pick a spot.
I feel like we would have found him if we followed that. Because I said his name just now, didn't I? Jerome? She whispers somewhat fearfully. Looking at
You need
the
to
room.
say it. You need to say it with a certain special Southern Cantillari accent to make it work. It's
Might
worked
as well.
twice before.
Might as well give it a try again, Rembrandt.
Right now?
Please don't. I'll silence you. She threatens, fairly certain that she cannot silence because she doesn't have that many spells.
Well, you see, we've obviously convinced you, because if you were worried, then you wouldn't worry about silencing us. So the offer stands. Just pick a spot, set your trap, and we'll give it a whirl.
Perhaps.
We still know where he's summoning more creatures from.
Tell
if
me
that.
more about that.
We know what it looks like. I saw it.
You
Aurelia
saw
saw the location by going through a demon bird's mind. It's in a abandoned farmhouse in the fields.
Mm-hmm.
it? There's so many of those. Do you remember anything else?
She
Any-
said she had a bird's eye view of it.
Yeah, I saw it from above.
Are there any distinguishing landmarks or?
I'm trying to remember. This might be my brain making stuff up, but I think there was a windmill. Was there?
She asked the DM in the corner.
I check my notes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of windmills all over. That wouldn't even help. Like just zoom out on this map, and there's like 18 or so. And this
Okay.
isn't even the region map.
From the description she gave us, it would likely reek of death from a fair distance.
Definitely, it would smell bad. I think.
Perhaps with an airship, you could see a swath of crops that aren't quite grown as well as they should.
I think
Perhaps.
if you got me an airship and I could see it from above, I might be able to pick out the right one.
We will see. I will try to find this. There are... I don't know if I would be able to... She shuffles a little bit. And you hear the male masculine voice, whose visage none of you see, speak up. Well, kids, how's it going? You guys don't remember? Okay. Fuck, I forgot.
Are you the one named Mori?
No. He just denies.
The name that escapes my thoughts?
Nah, that's not me. That doesn't sound like me. That's
Even
fine.
Meza seems to remember.
So, if you don't remember, Alcazan is currently at war with Thorazor. If they deploy any of their airships, they'd just be shot out of the sky. Thorazor has complete air supremacy, over Alcazan, and I believe a bombing is scheduled in a couple days too. Do they confirm that, Moru? And she will, well, you won't see her do anything, but Mori will continue to speak. Yeah, that's what I thought. Here's what we'll do. We're gonna get some civilian air flyers, maybe one of those entertainment crafts. We're gonna send you up in the sky. How's that sound? You want to go on a big flying kite?
Definitely.
Dope. Can only fit two of you, so you and another person have to figure it out. Then we'll find someone to pilot it.
I suggest Temer.
Sure.
I just want to see. Come on, just show it to me.
Stop.
Remove the blindfold.
Oh God.
Your wriggling does not deter the torse.
Your hands are getting a little bit sweaty, Paradigm, having holding them for too long. Oof.
He survives.
You survive. All right.
Yeah, I'll take Anshua.
Oh, sorry. It's a Temer.
Anything else you want to share with our governess here?
Things are looking bleak. We've apparently burned 2 bridges for any form of stability.
Good. Burn more.
And it
Moru's
would seem,
like, what?
And it would seem, I talk over him, that we have to get rid of Sydney's influence if we want Rodrigo to be of any use to this city. Or at least hinder it enough to get him free.
Moru speaks up. Why?
Would you prefer to be in power?
Yes.
From the start, you had told us that you didn't want that.
No, I have no power. Not that I didn't want any. My government, my military is led by a coward, and I have a subversive renegade throwing crack parties in my northern wing, attracting all of the people of influence and merchants. I have no power. I would love to continue to feed my people, to continue prospering or having a prosperous city.
Well then.
I'd love it if they both were gone.
Well then. We can
But
knock
Jerome
out
is
2
still the
birds with
one who
stone.
threatened me. And currently, I can't do either or get rid of either without Jerome interfering, it would seem.
Mm-hmm.
He's a wild card, and wild cards are not good for stability.
Fair.
We still also know not either of their motives. If Sydney is working in league with Jerome, there will be proof somewhere. Now I would send my spies to, of course, search his residence, but unfortunately, due to someone breaking an oath and showing their worthlessness when it comes to having an honest word, they're dead now. 2 fathers.
You only
are
had 2
corpses.
spies?
I will
There,
not defend
yes.
myself. I had my reasons.
Sure. Let us hope those reasons were of sufficient quality to explain to their families they've left behind that they must die. Their fathers, brothers, cousins, uncles, nephews.
You're looking for remorse where there is none.
I see that. Really, I'm looking for a horse. Moru leaves immediately after that.
Wait, did she say that?
Paradigm
Yeah, she
has
does.
absolutely no reaction to it.
That's good.
I call out, nice joke, best friend.
Yeah, thanks. She is gone. She.
Yeah, let's be worried
I
about
hope,
that best friend shit.
hope your face is as beautiful as your jokes.
She's so fucking
Look at
gone,
this.
guys.
I am so done with my party.
Oof. Wow.
Well, that cleared
Hey.
things up.
Best friend thing. I mean, you can also be my best friend. I have room for multiple.
Oh, that's fine. But let's remember the last person who called you best friend.
Yeah,
And in
my
what
other best
context?
friend.
Through the mind of a different bird.
I can be your
A
best friend.
different friend of mine.
Who says that,
Yeah, I'll-
Maury?
The male voice within the room. You may all remove
I
your
like-
blindfolds now, if you so
Yeah.
choose.
I'll take it off, but I'm pocketing it again.
When you
I take it off and I
need
throw
a
it
new-
on the ground.
your
I need a
seaweed,
sling for my new arcane focus.
Anchois drops from the elevated height, and you can quickly remove your blindfold, not seeing anyone. Anchois.
Where? What?
That magical
Oh,
charm
no, did I
upon
miss-
you is gone.
I'm just gonna look to fucking Antoine and say
Do,
you're more
do
of a
I know I
crack
was
addict.
charmed? Like, do I know I was charmed? Like, after they leave, do I
Yeah,
realize that?
totally.
Yeah, okay. I'm like, oh, wow. That did a number on me. Jesus.
You're welcome
Wow.
for not letting you drop into madness.
Madness? Is that what happens? Why are we
Rembrandt-
meeting face to face with this person? Like, madness? This is dangerous. And I just go off on how I could have went mad and, all my things could have been gone just for... And I think also, thank you. But, wow. We're really rolling the dice every time we meet with this girl. Mad.
Exactly why we should.
Wow. And then I just like...
You'd think there'd be a safer way to do this. A globe of darkness, or communication by a messenger service, or such thing.
It's
Even
her
these
voice
things, click,
and
click.
the visage that enraptures.
It's borderline irresponsible, in fact, giving us this juice of seaweed to cover our eyes that entices us to almost go
seaweed's
mad.
also like partially
What?
translucent too, so it doesn't even like fully blind you. But there is
what I
a
wonder
figure
is-
remaining within the room who stands about 6 feet tall, kind of a unremarkable face, wearing a tiger print everything.
Do we recognize him in any way?
No.
Okay.
He greets you. Hello.
Hello. And who might you be?
I am Iram.
As John tries to think of a new name.
At least it doesn't rhyme with Maury.
It's Maury back.
It's Maury
Yes,
backwards.
exactly.
Yeah, but it doesn't rhyme with.
Was that serious? Was that...
It's good to meet you. One
I
and
like
all.
that. Okay, that was good.
First time. Yes, I'm glad we're having such a good mood after that grim discussion.
I like your suit.
Thank you. I like your arm. It's got this
thank you.
cool magic on it.
Yeah.
Very ostentatious.
Hey, were you the other enchanter in here in the room?
What?
You said there was some laughing, and you were laughing at her, and there was said you had
No, don't
enchantment
worry
magic,
about it.
and
It's fine. Don't worry.
We
It's
don't
okay.
sense a wizard, do we?
No, you do not.
I immediately sense a wizard, right?
Yeah, you sense paradigm.
Ah,
All wizards can inherently
okay.
sense each other.
Yeah. He's not a wizard.
All right, so this person's not a wizard. It's not Maury. You're not pulling a fast one on us.
No,
Okay.
Maury wasn't a wizard either.
Maury was a sorcerer.
Yes, you're right. Okay. All right.
Anyway,
So,
I
stranger.
am here from. We have a common friend.
Are you
Who?
from Tolst?
I'm from Tulst. Yeah.
So the tyrant?
Yeah. You guys seem to be having a little bit of trouble.
Well, you
Yeah.
can let him know
No
that,
shit.
We've met the Crow Man face to face now.
Oh, perfect. You know what he looks
Yanni is bravely staking out the Spy Master's house.
Oh,
If
yeah,
that's what you want
Maury.
to call it.
He Iram sends a thumbs to this hallway behind him that's just covered in darkness, or concealed in darkness. Yeah, she's apparently going to pardon Yanni which is one of the few things she can do under the auspices of forced gardener labor, which is like the most common punishment here. And, you know, we're gonna get him out. It's fine. Don't worry about it, Yanni.
Cool.
You know.
What
his
if
mind
he's
may
an
be a little bit
institutionalized man now, you know? He could be just there forever. His mind could still be there, even though you get the body out.
I hear that
Seen it happen.
he like gave his entire loyalty to some stranger named Rodrigo.
He was enraptured.
Some 2-time enchanter with glistening abs.
Whoa. What's this? 2-time enchanter?
Assumedly.
Effectively, he was this man's princess.
Yes, I'm sure Arilla
I
and
see.
Antra have no idea what he's talking about. They would never
Do-
do such a thing.
Obviously, no. I would never ever be charmed by someone.
Did I detect that he was an enchanter? Did
No,
that
he was
ping
not a
off?
wizard. Rodrigo was definitely
Okay.
not a wizard. I would have mentioned
Okay,
that
gotcha.
first, I promise.
Enchanters are always wizards because of that school of enchantment.
Indeed. I was more referring to his behavior, not his profession. Because clearly his profession is looking good.
Yes, yes.
There's
Doing
something
nothing
odd
else
about
but that.
Oh, I don't know. I don't care. He's Takajod's husband, supposedly?
Yes.
Yeah,
I know her a little
forgot
bit.
about her.
I went to one of her boats or yachts during a concert a while ago, like 5 or so years back. A lot of fun.
We were interested in speaking with her, but apparently she's on tour at the moment.
She's always on tour. She never shows up here. Like, they're married in name. Takajod, too much of a free spirit.
We
She'd
were
never
going
be
to
tied
attempt to
down.
pull Rodrigo's strings by using her.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't. Because that man seems incredibly dumb.
Quite.
He's
Can you
worthless,
imagine
really.
getting arrested in your own house? Why doesn't his house fight for him? Not having a cool army or guard? You know?
He
Well,
had
he did have this
Argyle.
one guard.
One guard, that's like having one friend. Let's be
He
real. If
beat
you
a
have
rat
one
with the
friend,
room.
Pathetic.
He didn't even want to leave, you know? Didn't even want to leave his house. We offered to leave with him, but he wasn't interested in even talking about anything about that. Not leaving the city, not leaving his house. He's mostly useless.
Well, maybe now you understand what a bad leader looks like. I mean, sure, you get a pretty face, you get him up on stage, everyone swoons, and then he opens his mouth, and there's nothing there. It's like a void. It's like staring into a bowl of spaghetti without sauce, meat, cheese, any side. Like, it's just noodles. It's gross. Sure, you can oil
Hey,
them
you
up
have a-
and make them look better, but you guys are just...
What, you're gonna help us in something, Iram?
Yeah, I'm gonna get you an airship.
You said... Okay.
It's gonna
Okay,
take me a little
gotcha.
while, but I'll find one.
No worries. I have time to rest, in fact. I would really, really love to learn a spell, a particular spell for this mission.
Well, I'll get back to you when I find one. So,
Oh no, I have it. I have it to learn. I just need to rest. Just sit
no, I'm
down and
talking
rest
about the
for a bit.
airship. I don't care about your spells.
Great, awesome. Because I wouldn't want to jump in the air without this one.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
Have fun.
Featherfall.
I see. Well,
Yeah.
hopefully it'll take me a couple days to find it. And
Hopefully.
you all may
I
take
just
shelter
immediately-
here in this garden as Iram leaves.
Paradigm will take
Bye, Iram.
another
Bye.
long-needed rest. Because his one day wasn't enough.
All right, 12 hours will pass and he would have found the airship.
Good lord, no. 12
but
hours.
If you refuse to get on it until you learn the spell, 2 days may pass.
Perfect. I
Yeah,
want to
I
learn
will.
Featherfall.
All right.
If
I
you
mean, is he
prefer-
getting an airship or is it this kite thing?
It would be the equivalent of like a crappy Cessna. So it's like a plane a civilian could buy, or an air the equivalent of a civilian-owned airship.
So it really couldn't be. It's only like a 2-person thing.
Yeah, it's 2, 3 at most. Antoine, what
if
is
you
your
prefer,
intelligence?
Antoine.
Your total intelligence. Like 18, 16, 17?
Mine is 17. 17.
All right. 1, 2, 3 is a failure. You rolled in 11. Perfect. You learn it. It takes you 1d2
Awesome.
days. It takes you 1 day. And you and Aurelia can take off into the sky. Do any of you know how to pilot an airship?
Not at all.
No.
All right, so they're going to have to find some random bozo to fly you. Just as a, I guess... Hey, random pilot, can you drive us? Can you fly us around the fields of Alcazar? Well, wait, what is the story in which you're gonna do this? How are you gonna get a pilot to tell you, like, hey, can you fly us over the fields that are currently patrolled by enemy aircraft?
A romantic outing for the 2 of them.
No, we're looking for a farm to purchase, and we just want to see it from the air first.
Yeah, hit me up with that deception. Antoine, are you helping in any way?
I am telling him how much I would grow, all these things I would grow. It's so great. And how we just need to find something to buy and to grow to help this town, because we just love this town. And
he's so sympathetic.
deception is great.
Yeah, he's so sympathetic to this. Like, he doesn't see, like, this is a lie at all. If he had thought for, like, just 5 minutes, he probably would have figured it out on his own. Like, this is super dangerous. Fuck that. But Iron pays him to take you guys around the fields. You fly and fly and fly. And let me go and move us to a new map. Whoop, wrong map. Not that you guys saw anything.
Saw everything, John.
Gasp. As I give us some new music. Alright. So, let us scroll down. Meow. Oh, I need to actually get on my GM screen. There we go. Meow. Oh, there we go. So, this is the Jorgen River Valley. This big old box that I'm sort of doodling in. The Jorgen River Valley is rather big, but most of it is uninhabited. Because right here, the druids, or not druids, the dryads' magic has made this area very fertile. It is great. There's a bunch of orchards, there's a bunch of different farms growing everything, including in winter, making Alcazar the most productive agricultural center within the entire Confederation, probably within the entire world. Or at least the known world. And you guys are just going to get in an airship and fly around the farms. So please, let's get some perception checks going. From our 2 people in the sky. You're searching in the air. You both have been on an airship before. You've been in an airship together before. Back from
flying to
Mokotuni,
Tulst.
Flying to Tulst. 13. These forms are beautiful. The sun is being reflected by the snow far below. And I will roll us an encounter check. You are lucky, is what you are. You fly for a couple of hours. What are you searching for? Just a house in the fields?
The one that there's like something that looks very similar to what I saw before.
Okay. Then I'm going to need a pure intelligence or wisdom check from you, Aurelia, to summon that mental image back into your mind. You are a
Good.
bard, so you get jack of all trades.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Whatever she's not proficient in, she gets advantage, right?
Yep. You look out, and it takes a while. You circle the area. This airship, I believe, has a range, though, of like 500 miles or something, so you can easily circle over all these farms multiple times if you so chose. You will also see bigger airships off in the distance making their way towards Alcazan, but they're still pretty far off. The guy will not shut up. This random pilot guy is talking about, you know, when I first moved down here from, you know, the city of Pumpkins, it was pretty stark different, and he'll just continue on babbling about his time. And eventually, Aurelia, you mark at least 2 to 3 isolated farmhouses with no other discernible structures within fields, not orchards, that could possibly house or be the target that you seek. And I will doodle them on this regional map. What color should they be?
Red.
Red it is. One is close to the north in this square. Another one is over here next to this big road for moving all sorts of agricultural goods. And another one is on a hill. Where is it? Here. Yes, closer to the orchards. So somewhere in one of these 3 squares, you're very certain one is Jerome's lair. Or at least the place where he's summoning these bird monsters.
Do we see any in and out traffic? Any of these places?
You do see some, like, just motion within the fields in general. But it's not harvest time right now. It's snowy, things are growing, and come the weekend, which is in 3 days? No, 2 days. Wait, no. It's the 15th right now. So one day, there will be much more traffic, if that's what you're looking for, to see if things are being avoided.
Well, it's kind of like it. I'm looking for, like, if there's an evil place, I assume that people just won't go there, if you know. Except for if they're evil themselves.
Well, it's winter. Most people, even in these areas where food still grows, like to let the plants do most of the work, rather than stand out in the cold all day. But you've been in Alcazan for over a week and a half now, so you are aware that there's like 52 harvests a year in Alcazan. And it's all happening on the weekend, and then for the next 5 to 6 days, the fields will replenish. So,
Sweet.
the best time to look for that is coming back out tomorrow.
So really, are you up for another trip?
Hey, this is fun. I like it. Yeah, I'll do it again.
All right, you
Hear that,
return
pilot?
to Alcazan. The pilot's like, wait, did you not get what you wanted to know? Do I have to...
No, we need to take another look at it tomorrow. The lighting will be better.
What do you mean?
I can't pick out the best farm to buy.
All right. You know there's a blizzard coming, right?
Perfect. That'll help.
That'll... It is a morale check.
Is there a blizzard coming? How does this guy know the weather tomorrow?
The blizzard's been mentioned like 4 times.
Oh, blizzard's not code word for the attack that's coming?
Oh, that too is on its way. Will likely happen tonight.
I mean, it's awfully nice of Thorzar to let them know ahead of time that they're going to attack.
Yeah, isn't that weird? War is just fucking weird in this place, guys. Let's be real. Like, they've been at war with each other for like 3.5 years now. They're like sending signals like, hey, we're coming to bomb you, LOL. Like giving them several days warning and heads up. And then,
Interesting.
During this night, Alcazan will indeed be bombed. A common occurrence to these people. And then the next morning, it will be a blizzard. The blizzard conditions will stop the harvest for a brief time, and I will roll a nature check. Just a general luck die, more or less, to see if it will subside today. And it does. Wow. So in the late afternoon, the blizzard will go away, and you will have roughly an hour or so to fly around before the sun sets and blinds you to the world. So, or you could wait till tomorrow, which would probably be better since the harvest would be done on Sunday instead of Saturday. It's up to you, though.
I'm willing to wait one more day.
All right.
Yeah, I mean,
is
you're
it
the
really
one that wants to take a second look, so I'll wait. I'll wait for whatever you want to do.
Is Aurelia even needed for the second one, Antoine? Do you want to take anybody else? Horse, do you want to fly?
If you
Turtle?
feel-
You want to go
I
fly?
mean, would I fit?
Potentially.
I would attempt, I guess. Unless Rembrandt wants to go.
I'm not much for flying, but if you insist, I can go.
No worries, guys. I can do this all by myself. I don't think we're gonna crash or be bombed, right? It's not gonna anything bad just gonna happen, all right? And I nervously laugh.
Did you show us on the map where the farmland is?
Yeah, I would have shown you.
John, how far apart are they if you want to visit all three on foot?
You don't know. You've never been outside of Alcazan. And
Okay.
although the map does have a distance attached to it, there's no way this is accurate. Because it doesn't involve fields, it doesn't involve hills. I mean, everything, it just seems to be farmland, right? That's what the map shows, but clearly there's going to be side paths meant for people to travel in between these fields. It's not just going to be pure wheat growing in several square miles of
But what I'm saying, it's not going to be minutes between each other. It's going to be hours
Yeah,
between each of them.
There's also the chance of getting lost in those fields.
I think it's in this snow. It would be difficult terrain, but if you travel through the fields, it'd be normal, and you can travel 26 miles in a day. So, you know.
The snow reconnaissance probably is worth it, but there is an element of risk of being caught, of all these things, and being shot down. So all of that is possible, and to have an extra set of eyes might help, but then again, it might be worthless if we're killed. So there's that.
I mean, I'd go with
Only
you if you
join.
wanted someone.
Only sign up if you want. I will not have your character's death be on my conscience.
Paradigm
So
would
only
go.
sign up if you want to. If you want to.
All right, Paradigm climbs on in. Has to sit in the entirety of the
Welcome
back.
aboard.
It's
Seems like a
nice.
fun thing.
Paradigm, it's so much nicer being in like the cabin of an airship rather than the hull. The hull. Fucking where all the other cargo is.
Mm-hmm.
The guy chats
The
you up. I was
other
like, oh, are
cargo.
you gonna be the stable hand?
Sure, yeah.
No,
I'm good
cool.
with the horses and other animals.
That's kind of weird. And he will fly you through this farmland, going where Antoine directs him. And Antoine, Paradigm, please make me perception checks as you look for clues. Oh my god, such good eyesight from the horse.
Cool.
His focus is narrowed at the moment, as he wants this to be fucking over with.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
All right, we are looking
nice.
for houses that are avoiding traffic. Let me roll some dice. So the first house, and we're gonna start up north and then work our way clockwise. So it's gonna be this, this, and this. So this house over here has a bit of motion around it. As you guys get closer and closer, and you know the people working in the fields like look up to see you guys flying overhead, you will get to see them storing stuff in there. That was no house at all. It was a silo. But it's fine. The next house. Oh, my good friend. Here. Alden / Paradigm. Temer / our friend. Anchwa. Fuck. I can never get it. Doesn't matter how many times at this point. This one has a flock of crows that are watching these fields being quietly worked by a few brave souls.
Unknowing is a better word.
Do we see anything, any routes around it, the house? Do we see any, like, okay, this is where people enter, not? Just general reconnaissance things you would check to see if there's any...
You see the fields, which
Damp
is where
down
most
areas.
people walk. However, there are lines within these fields which is pure untampered snow. Likely those pure untampered snow pits would be where people would normally walk, were this land not covered in snow. Only the fields where wheat is growing is snow not an issue. So,
I'd like to draw as much as possible around that area. I would draw it just to keep it in my my notes.
Quickly
so
skedoodle, and then
it.
the pilot takes you heading in this great clockwork motions around the fields of Alcazan to this one down here. Yeah, it's empty. It's literally.
I'm gonna
just
take
empty.
note of the
No one's there.
the crows' activities around that house as we fly by it. If they do anything other than just watch, or like the size of the crows.
Indeed.
The workers, their work is done today, right? So
It will be done. You
They're-
guys left early, so that you can take a look at the working people. But
cool.
you're
What time does it?
Yes.
I was wondering at what time will they be done?
When
At
you
what time
return.
do we have? Yes, all of the. I just want to see if we do have time to get out there under any sort of subterfuge of working.
Well, you know, during the weekend is when the harvest happens, and today is Sunday. So for the next 5 days, it's not going to be the weekend.
All right, sounds good.
All right. You head back to Alcazan and reconvene in the bowels of Moru's Citadel, I believe is what it's called.
The dungeon.
The dungeon.
You can just say the dungeon.
You are there, in the dungeon. Yanni has been confirmed to be returned to Tolst by now.
Oh, to Tolst?
Indeed, he is
Yeah.
not allowed back. He's a clear creature of note and worth or knowledge. A target, one
Fair
might
enough.
call.
No worries, guys. Guys, gals, we did our job here. We are about to report exactly where we know this jerk is to our wonderful Moru Lord here.
Oh god.
Let's meet her
She's
again.
gripped him.
Let's meet her again.
You
And then
summon her, or asked for an audience, more like.
I
She's not there.
Okay.
It
It's
will
gonna
be several
try to do
hours
some.
at most. She may even put you off a day. Let's see how Moru's feeling. Does she want to deal with the failures who are on the brink of starting a civil war in her country?
Is Iram still with us?
He can be found. You know, sometimes
I
you're
was
like,
just
where,
curious.
where is that Iram guy? He's so familiar and wearing tiger print everything. You'd think you'd remember him more too, but there's something about him that just makes you not care to remember him at all.
Who really knows?
He's like unimportant or something. Iram shows
Almost
up.
like a plot device.
Greetings! I greet you on behalf of the governor. Governess? Something like that.
Are you working for the governors?
Right now I am. I work for a lot of
Right.
people in a lot of places. What's it to you? You want to know? Huh?
I actually do. I'm very curious.
Well, too bad.
Do you know about the Tyrant of Tolst?
Yeah, I work for him too.
Yeah, do you like him?
He looks at you for a brief moment. Anyway, what do you want to report to Moru? She's kind of
Well,
busy. One of her kids got sick.
We know the exact
Aw.
location of Jerome's hideout.
Do you?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Let's go deal with him. And he like snaps his fingers. Just back.
Don't
him
want
up.
to inform
You mean
Maru
us?
or ask
Yeah,
her
let's go.
to send some help?
You want to fight a fucking bird? How hard could it be?
Well, the last time we fought his birds, plural, we got trounced, and it was only with the aid of Meza that we made it through that fight.
Are you sure it was just Meza?
Yeah, that's her.
was
Just Meza.
Oh,
Just
I mean,
Meza.
just
Exactly.
Meza.
Yeah.
Excuse.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
it was
Wasn't there
just
another
Meza.
person who helped you guys out?
I don't know, maybe it was the gap in my memory telling me that yes, there might be another person there.
Ah.
Even if it
No,
was, I don't think
it
they
was
did
her.
much.
You know-
She's a dangerous woman. She's a very dangerous woman. Don't get on her bad side. man.
Guys,
It was
huntresses
her.
are overrated, okay? Let's be honest. Like, cool sorcerers,
you?
enchanters.
What can you do, sorcerer?
Let's go kill a bird, is what I say.
Do you
we
like
should do.
fire?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
John, none of the birds that attacked us were flyers, right? None of them were flying at any time?
Well,
the big, boys were.
ones were.
Yeah,
but the
Well,
other
the big
ones-
ones could fly.
the
not
knife
that we
wielding
saw.
ones were not.
Okay.
Indeed. You guys want to go kill a bird?
So,
You want to go right now?
how about
Yeah, why not?
You don't want to ask Maru if she can send us some aid like she initially wanted?
yeah?
You know,
You want to give me a
maybe
week so I
Guys.
can get some spells back?
Paradigm will actually. I don't know if we can wait a week. Who knows
I
what
know.
the hell might happen
Well,
in that
it's
time.
been like 4 days now. You only have to wait 3 days for a long rest at this point. So,
Okay, that sounds good then. 3 days.
all right,
As
guys.
John eagerly sees our calendar ticking up to catch up to the rest.
Mhm.
Yeah. that's good.
You want to wait 3 days?
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I can wait 3 days, but here's the thing about. And he like leans in closer, looks at the leaves, which sort of move in with you a little bit. Some of these plants, as though they're eavesdropping. Guys, this is how we get in good with someone. We do something that normally they would do. We take on a little bit of risk ourselves, and then now they owe us because we did them a solid, and they have to be respectful because they're in a position where they have responsibilities, and if we're taking some of that responsibility, it's just a win-win in their book.
I see you understand a little bit of the political game, as Meza did.
Yeah. I'm
Fair
working
enough.
for 2 world leaders, brother.
Do,
But
do you know who we are? We're level 3 scrubs here, man. Come on.
If we had to put it into
What
a
are you
number
talking?
talk,
Yeah. You want to talk
Fine,
mechanics?
I'll go kill Jerome. You deal with the other bullshit. It'll be fine. I don't know why you're so afraid. This bird guy, you know,
Fine.
didn't you run into him before? He didn't kill you then. Maybe he doesn't want to kill you. Have you thought
Yeah,
about
the
that?
tried.
reason to steer his attention in our direction was more what I was getting from that.
I don't know. We still don't know why he's here. I want to know why he's here. Don't you?
Yeah, I kind
Fair
of want to
enough.
talk to him.
Let's go.
All right, cool. Let's go do that.
This is a
We're
horrible
gonna have
idea.
we're gonna have a talk, okay?
For clarification, we are not waiting 3 days.
Why not?
Oh, he wasn't
want to
against
wait
waiting
to-
3 days.
Yeah, he can wait. He doesn't mind. Just keep your fucking mouth shut about this tomorrow. Who was
Yeah,
coming
I won't say
downstairs?
anything.
Oh yeah.
Keep your fucking mouth shut.
Bestie? Bestie won't say anything?
I won't say anything.
You
What
sure
about you,
about that?
Antoine?
I
Huh?
really want to say something, and I, want to
mean,
talk with her,
Antoine
but I know
knows he was
she's gonna.
charmed.
She know, like I know she's gonna enchant me, so I do want not to talk with her. I don't even want to like kind of be in the same room with her. I think it's
Oh, you can
dangerous.
step out if
like
you
even.
You don't have to be here. The two people who
That's
pass their
right.
saves are good for like the next 2 years. You guys are fucking enchanted for the
Really?
next decade or so.
Ah, damn.
Maybe I should leave.
Yeah, her stuff's powerful, guys. It's the
So do
only
we
good
need the
thing.
seaweed?
Yeah. No, the seaweed's just a placebo. He just looks at you for a long time.
Can I do an insight check on that?
Yeah, totally. Can you explain it a little bit better, though? Before you just
Do
say-
I believe him, or is he bullshitting me when he says that, hoping that I fail?
What do you think? Let's hear the let's hear the JC response before John answers.
Paradigm doesn't trust Iram as far as he can fucking throw him.
Oof.
Paradigm doesn't know shit.
I can throw pretty far, but I don't think I'll trust him that far.
JC, what
either.
is your gut telling you? Do you think Iram's bullshitting you?
Yep.
You have a good gut. All right. Well then,
And that's it. We wait.
Moru comes down. Antoine and Aurelia discreetly leave,
Yeah.
Yeah.
hiding in a dugout tunnel that leads to a moat. Leaving Paradigm and Rembrandt looking
My
at
blindfold
a
is already on.
giant bed sheet, basically. Just
With rugs.
a massive rug just placed over her with a little viewing window made out of some mesh that would only allow her to see the rough outlines of people. A veil, if you will. She speaks to you all once more. Her words enchanting, but you've resisted it before. You need not do it again. Well, you have been spotted flying around the city by Cindy. So, I hope what you found is of good report.
We have ideas.
Would you like to
No.
elaborate?
Our leads have left us with possible targets, but nothing concrete.
Yes, Miss Aurelia found multiple places that could match her vision. We intend to go scout them out a little closer to make sure
Before
we
we-
have the right one to point you to.
Before we go throwing you in a direction.
I see. That is
Wait,
good to know.
I assume she asked for this meeting and not us, right?
No,
No,
it
you
would have been
summoned
us.
Why would we summon her if we didn't want to tell her anything?
Because
Well,
you
because we had already
got-
started doing so.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
How do you think Iram showed up? He
Yeah.
found out you
gotcha.
wanted to talk with somebody, so he came over. Well, so you plan to go scout it out?
Mm-hmm.
May I ask where? Is it in the city? Outside?
It's as we said, somewhere in the fields.
I see. Then I advise caution and for you to move quickly. Because if Cindy spots his enemies leaving, which he surely will, he will send someone to pursue you. Potentially someone's to either follow you to make sure you stay out, or worse, you are his clear enemies at this point. Whether
We were
he's in
hoping
league
you could
with
help in that
Jerome or
regard.
not. How?
You have no pull to stop them from moving toward us
Not
in any
until
way?
he is gone and I can replace him.
Fair enough.
Indeed. On the bright side, thanks to Rodrigo's having lost nearly all of his influence, or more likely his doors being shut for once in his fucking life, the upper classes who went to party and hang out with him are getting a bit restless. He was a major source of entertainment and just a neat figure to them, apparently. So now I'm getting a little bit of traffic here in the Citadel for once, which is nice. They're complaining about the war, which, you know, no big deal, but they're also complaining about Sydney, which is great.
Sounds like two birds have been killed with one stone then.
We shall see. Unless Jerome is doing something to counteract this. Still don't know what he wants, which I'm hoping is not what I think it is.
What would you think it is?
She looks at you, Rembrandt, and does not answer. She doesn't even, like, you don't see her look. She just, like, the rugs just, like, turn a centimeter. And then she refocuses back.
On another subject, you mentioned wanting to get rid of the Sydney. If we were to help you with this, would you be able to give us some information on his capabilities? Is he a warrior of some repute?
He's a coward. He keeps the... We are not a military state. Otherwise, we would not be in this situation. We are figuring out ways of removing him peacefully, because if assassinations are involved, then that makes everyone look bad.
Of course, we would never think about assassinating somebody.
If you really wished to help me get rid of Sydney, you would sneak into his home and find evidence of his collaboration with anything. Of anything. A truly official, illegal document. Or some sort of proof, evidence that he is in league with another state would assist me greatly.
Would you perhaps have a date where he would be absent from his home for an extended period? And perhaps take many of his guards at the same time, making this easier.
She looks at her calendar. He normally patrols during the early morning to the early afternoon within the fields to check upon the bases that are out there to blunt any ground assault that will never come from Thorazor. It is a performance for his faction. During the afternoons, he returns back to the city where he connives and schemes and finishes the rest of his day. During night, I have no idea what he is doing. But then again, when your only spies are horses, we can only gain so much information.
Yes, never trust a Nequine to do a rodent's job.
Paradigm will shoot a look at you through the blindfold.
Anyway, Mori chimes in. We're gonna go scout it out. He says it in the most obvious way possible.
Can I sense if he did the air quotes while he was saying it?
Oh yeah, you could.
Paradigm's just gonna audibly sigh.
Mori, I meant Irom, excuse me. I I didn't forget the name. You did, Temer.
Temer.
Angela, fuck.
I typed in the chat. I was like, Mori?
Irom does the air quotes. You can't see Moru's face, excuse me. Moru Mori. That's why I really needed to change his name. And she will take her leave if there's nothing else to say.
Nope.
Alright. You all may reconvene for the final time before a decision must be made. 3 days can pass rather easily, so if we wish to do the long rest here, now is the time to do it.
The only other thing to do would be perhaps scout out Sydney's mansion while we're waiting.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if anybody wants to forego a long rest, they can do a scouting mission. But
I can.
You know. No, and I mean, like,
Paradigm,
do you
you
really
wanna-
not need it?
You want to go, Mr.
I mean, I have my full rest.
1 out of 10 centaurs in the entire world?
I'm sorry, what was that?
You're very
I
identifiable.
could cast invisibility on him if
That would interrupt your long
yeah.
rest.
It also only lasts for an hour.
Oh, casting any spell interrupts your long rest?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
What about wild shapes?
Wild shapes are a short rest gaining mechanic, so I don't think they should interrupt a long rest. But it's more like, what do you do in the wild shape? Not so much the act of wild shaping. Because if you wanted, you could just turn yourself into a rat and sit down, and that would still be a short rest, like, or a long rest, excuse me. But if you're like scampering around and then a cat finds you and chases you around, now it's no longer like, now you're in a survival situation.
Okay, I think we'll wait.
I think we tackle one thing at a time,
Sounds good.
and we put off Sydney until after Jerome is dealt with, because I can only cast Alter Self twice for an hour.
Okay.
Maybe
So-
3 times after this game.
Are we?
Maybe, if we're not dead.
It's always the possibility, man. This game and this spy game of spies in spies.
Spies and spies and
Yeah.
spies. Guys, can you believe this is the tutorial?
I know, and it's gone for almost 3. What is this, session 3?
Indeed. But, you know, now that there's not as many people, we should be able to move faster, which we have done. It is the 18th. No, wait. 1,
Maybe a
2,
week.
3, 4, 5, 6. It is the 20th. Excuse me. Your long rest is concluded. Twice as long as it should have been, but... okay, cool. And now it's time for a DM to players question, because we're nearing that cutting off point, which I'm trying to enforce, staying like 3 hours to 3.5 hours of game time for each party. It's time to talk objectives so I know what to prepare for. We are going after Jerome, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Unless Erom has another idea, that's kind of what he geared us for, you know?
Yeah, I almost
Tackle him.
He
Yeah,
will even
tackle this
assist
guy.
you in there, and potentially cast a fire.
Even? Wow, we're so lucky.
He might use magic.
He might, yeah. He doesn't have the greatest track record, but he's willing to improve himself if you guys are willing to take him along. If not, he can stay behind, guys. I mean, what is your
Fuck no.
goal of this mission? Are you here to... What are you guys here to do?
Killing Jerome is a side objective to Paradigm, at least. The main objective is to destroy his base of operations. Though he can find another one, I'm sure it would take him time to set up another.
Okay.
I also want to kind of see if we can maybe try and talk to him, get any information. I don't know if
Jesus,
that'll
did he
help.
enrapture you too?
Yeah,
He's
who
my
knows,
best
but-
friend.
Hell
No,
did a
but
number on
actually-
you.
But actually, I do want to see if maybe we can talk to him. I know that's probably a bad idea, but I want... Or, like, investigate the house to see if there's any clues to see what he's trying to do here.
For me, my idea was do the job we're sent here to do, was make sure the city is ready to be taken over by Tulsa. Doing that by destroying Jerome, I think would put us in a good position to put Morrow on power. But then we've got this Sydney also breathing down our neck. Well, I'm not too sure what can be done there, but I guess we'll tackle that. This Jerome thing this Jerome thing, yeah, scared Maru. Like, this Jerome thing is the thing we're kind of worried about now because of that. But who knows? Maybe that was a plan of some sort. There's so little information right now. Attacking and killing Jerome. That's all my character cares about at this point.
Well, everybody tells us that Jerome's can't be killed.
Yes,
so,
yes, I should say.
I mean, I'm wondering if by attacking this and not being able to kill Jerome, if we're just ruining whatever the Dryad had planned.
We can kill him temporarily, I think.
She might not even have a plan, is the other
Well, why don't you
aspect of
ask
it.
Irom, who, while we still have some time left, because Irom knows that Jerome's died like 3 times. You all know that Jerome has been recorded to have been killed 3 times.
Was he difficult to kill?
Apparently not, if he died 3 times like a bitch. But the problem is he keeps coming back. Like, that's the main issue. But the timing no one has actually questioned. Because at one point he showed up last January, so a year ago, in 79. Or, yeah, 79 in January he showed up right above Tulst and was immediately blasted out of the sky. Then he showed up in the City of Blinding Lights during the summer of 79 and was killed by a hobbit who one-shot him, apparently. And then he apparently fought this, like, Ozark or someone related to Ozark. And that, you know, that guy dropped him too. So Jerome actually doesn't have that high of a track record in success.
He's more of a nuisance than anything.
He really is. It's almost laughable how ineffective he is despite his clear power. But that just begs more questions, right? Like, how
Did we
is
detect that he's... I was wondering if we detected that he's a wizard also. Like, he's a necromancer in secret of some sort.
He was definitely not a wizard from the wizard radar you have it going in your brain.
I mean, Aurelia straight up told us that she saw him in hell and that effectively that would make him a demon. Of some ilk, at least.
But what did he do to Aurelia in hell?
Good
Chased
question.
me?
He chased you. And you ran away.
Like friends do.
Yeah. You frolicked, really, through ant hills. Ant hill-like ground.
He's just this more powerful being playing with toys.
Maybe.
There's nothing else we have to go on. We just know.
Well, hopefully IRM can take on Jerome while, you know, we play with some birds.
Who knows? Maybe we find a way to kill him in this effective shrine to him.
Maybe.
Maybe. We will find out that next time, though, as you 4 plus Irom head into the unknown. Maybe in this time we'll even get a reinforcement as John searches for a Sith member who is of a, you know, martial class, but don't count on it. You guys may be trapped without a mercenary backup. Guys, thank you so much for playing with me today. I know it wasn't as exciting as fighting a rat and dying to it, or as skateboarding down a crater, which is undoubtedly going to be a death trap for them. But hey,
Or a horse falling off a sheer wall.
you know?
It's pretty exciting when the Demon Prince of Hell showed up all of a sudden.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
I
kind
had
of
fun. I thought this was good. I had a good
It's
time.
pretty exciting.
I'm glad.
It's pretty exciting. It's pretty exciting.
It's pretty exciting.
Pretty
Yeah.
interesting that
Guys,
he's a gnome
we will be
that
back.
turns into a bird.
Monday with the raid team who are in Cantalar right now. During the same week, you guys are heading out to go face down Jerome. Then Thursday will come, and Thursday will pass. Because they don't know what they're in for.
If any of us meet with the raid team for the recap, could you ask them to go pick up my little knickknack on my shelf in my sewer home? I left without bringing it.
Jesus.
It's
You know, I don't think there will be one this week because, well, no one's in a good enough position to do that. Everyone's kind of busy. What's up?
I was wondering. I was just wondering for those 3 days if I could learn a spell, one spell.
You can try.
What spell?
That would be enlarge, reduce.
It's taking a page from my book, eh?
Paradigm.
Yeah.
You trying to be a pro wrestler too?
Yeah. Maybe.
Let's see that 2d2. Come on, roll 4. Roll 2 2s. Yes! you
Oh,
don't.
that's a shame.
Not
That's a
enough
shame.
time, yes.
I'll have to do reducing and enlarging on my own time later on.
Apparently. You get 3/4 of the way through it, and then you guys are going.
Yeah.
No time to wait. No time to waste. Please prepare your spell list accordingly. And then next Saturday, undoubtedly, gonna be something fucky going on in them dare fields. Everyone at home, everyone in Vavad, I salute you all. Take care. Stay safe. Don't... What's the Matt Damon thing in Interstellar? Don't go easy into the quiet night? I don't know. Fuck it.
Something like that.
Oof. Take care, everybody. Peace out. Woo!